professional, tie straight as a rail. Reads the stats, calls the laps, never tips the scale. Bubba's got the draw that twang like a banjo string. He's the heart of the crew, makes the red dirt sing. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the ride. Call and stay steady like a car hugging the line. He's cool under pressure, every word refined. Jared Beer's got a laugh and a drink in his hand. He's a wild card joker, the voice of the fans. 4 men, 1 channel, a race day parade, turning asphalt and cold cans into memories made. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the It's more than just NASCAR. It's a way to unwind. Cheering loud, feeling proud, leaving worries behind. From the first green flag to the last checkered wave, it's a soundtrack of a good time, the anthem of our day.
Welcome to B.A.C. Casting and Drafting, ladies and gentlemen. We are live to you from Charlotte, North Carolina tonight for the championship race. We are your home for weekly league racing, cold beer and hotter takes. My name's Bubba. We've got Andy. We've got Jer in the booth tonight. And if you're sober, you're watching the wrong daggum stream. We're broadcasting live with B.A.C. levels of probably illegal and set and ready to sidetrack past politics, pace cars, or rants, Facebook rants. Let's drop this thing green, chug this thing to the checker, baby. One last time for side draft here in season 1. Andy, Jer.
What is up, man? I'm freaking hyped.
Yeah,
I'm even more hyped after just now looking at Chris Mackey's car. Holy hell.
Yeah,
Yes,
the cars look good. Fans at home, you got to see them a little bit in the intro. We're going to show you guys the paint schemes, talk about the Championship 4 all night tonight. It's NASCAR playoff style for this league, so we've got the final 4 drivers out here ready to go and battle 200 laps at Charlotte for a championship on iRacing to conclude Season 1 of Side Draft Racing League. It's been a lot of fun to call this races all season long with you guys, and we get to go out with a heater. We get a long night to spend together, and I think we all get to stay up late, so this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, I'm
I think
excited.
And
Yeah.
it's been asked for to come back a lot. The drivers didn't like it at first, and then I guess they started asking for it after a while. So we got to kick this show off with our favorite thing. The first thing we did for this league all season. We got to go in with a bang for this broadcast. You guys know what time it is. It is time for the power rankings. Here we go,
Power rankings.
SDRL power rankings that we come up with to kind of say this is the broadcasters, picks of the season. Number one, I don't think there's a question. 7 wins most of the season is Michael Prince. He has been a force. He's a championship 4 driver. I see him as the true number one. I don't think there's any other that should be up there over Michael. And behind him is when we start to get into the talks. We got Keith Fallon, Tyler Smith, Chris Mackey, the next couple on the list. So this is the one that I made, and I want you guys to debate this. I put Keith as the true number 2 just because of his laps led, his pole positions. And I think Keith's stat line is better than Tyler. He has a better average running position, so I see Keith as the number 2. What do you guys think, Keith or Tyler, number 2 spot?
I like it. I think Keith is your regular season champion.
Yep.
He's been strong. He's fought adversity here in the second half of the season. Went off into a tear first half, but still regular season champion. You know, I like it. I like it. I know what Jared's going to say about Tyler Smith in that 3 spot, but I think I think Keith is there, and I think
I'm a recency bias, slut when it comes to recency bias. And honestly, I've got to put Tyler Smith at 2. Like all through the early stage, Keith was winning everything.
Over the regular season champ is crazy.
Over the regular season champ.
That is a good point. You got
Tyler,
the
what Tyler
7-time
is
winner.
putting his car through when he was sandbagging early in the season on qualifying.
There it is.
When he was. If you look at how many people he's jumped throughout the field, that is what is impossible to do for a lot of these drivers, and he's able to do it. His strategy is impeccable. Everything that he does, he seems to find a way in that top spot in a lot of these races that he shouldn't be in because he's not. He doesn't always have the fastest car, but his strategy and everything like that, the mind games going into it, I think is going to put him at 2.
Okay. Noted. I mean, also, he could have had 3 wins this year. He had that close finish at Pocono with Michael Prince. That was a great battle that we saw between 2 drivers. We've seen the battle between those 2 as well, Tyler Smith and Michael Prince at Kentucky. So we have seen, Tyler be up there with Michael, who I think is the true number 1. And, I think it is tonight's going to settle the debate for sure between those 2. And then the 4th spot, I mean, Chris Mackey, he started the season really cold. He had a lot of second place finishes, kept his consistency to, keep him in contention throughout the playoffs, and then the round of 8, he just came out of his shell at Darlington. We saw Chris Mackey run away with a race there late, and then he goes back-to-back Darlington, Dega to get a dub. And then last week we saw Michael Prince get the W, but Chris Mackey, I think, is the true number 4, showed he had the clutch factor in the playoffs, and I think Chris Mackey is locked hard 4 spot, and I think he could upset those 3 guys out of him.
I think so too, and I think his consistency. I'm a consistency guy because if you're week in, week out, constantly being in the top 5, top 10, being right there every week, that shows that you have what it takes to get a dub, and obviously we've seen that in a round of 8. But I think all season he was strong. He was running at the front, making the right calls, racing strong. Just something didn't go his way, and we talked about, that beginning of the season was luck was going to change, but he was consistent through it all, and his luck actually changed in a round of 8, which what a better way to freaking start the round of 8 than what he did with 2 dubs.
Yeah.
So I think lock him into 4.
Yes, sir. Then Miglin 5, Vincent 6. I think that's a good, I would say, toss-up between those 2 for the 5 spot, but I just think Miglin's consistency late in the season into the playoffs is really what put him ahead. We saw a lot of mistakes in the second half of the season from Terry. I feel like every single week we saw Terry clip that wall coming off a 2 or 4 and giving himself damage, and I think, Terry did himself more harm than help, and that's kind of what put him behind Daniel. Miglin only missed the championship 4 by like a couple of points to his teammate. So Miglin was right there in contention.
Terry had a rough second half of this season. I mean, rough. He couldn't have had a worse second half, I think, luck-wise. And I think the complete opposite of that is number 16, Austin Guerrero. His luck kind of changed in the second half when Terry's. So I don't know what they did to change their luck, but it did. It swapped it pretty good.
I don't know if Terry's luck, or I don't know if he was just complacent and just But man, that's so unfortunate because he was a front runner to win it all for, towards the, back end
yeah.
of that season.
Yeah, two
Yep.
two
True.
wins, dominated on the road courses, had some good runs, and then Chicago Street I feel like was the turning point for Terry. He had that huge mistake, gave Michael Prince the dub, and from there it was just kind of a snowball effect. Bailey Brannon, Hardlock 7. He got a big win in the round of 12 in the playoffs to move him forward to the round of 8 when he squeaked into the playoffs after missing multiple races. Bailey next year, I see him being a potential Chip 4 driver if he can run the full season with these guys. Bailey's been pretty solid, boy on the bucket as we like to call him. So I think Bryce, good spot for the number 8. He was a round of 8 driver, deserving of that 8 spot. Bryce won the preseason shootout, consistent all season, and I think he gave a good run. And then Blevins 9th, Jackson 10th. I think those two are two drivers that are very well matched. What I like about this full power rankings we have here at the end of the season is like you look at the two drivers next to each other for a spot, and it's a tipping point. You could say Blevins some days, you could say Jackson other days. So it's like it's a great debate to be had. I'm curious to see what the drivers say when they see this list too, and I think they're going to get a little fired up. But I think a lot of the guys, like when you look at them by twos, the 1-2 spot, the 3-4, the 5-6, the 7-8, going all the way down the list, like all those guys that are next to each other are so even. They're so perfectly matched, and you don't know
The
who's going to
guys,
get the dubs.
and there's a lot of guys that have moved up, and when we first started doing the power rankings for these guys,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
look at where they're at now. They're up in the top, 10, 15, even 16. So, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Austin
it's,
Norris, pretty good season. Brian Matthews, he's been coming out of his shell lately too. He's had some
yep,
good competitive runs. I think
yep.
Matthews has been great in the playoffs. He's not a playoff driver, but kudos to him for continuing to race with these guys and be competitive out there. And he's not just a car on the track. The last couple of weeks, Brian Matthews, he was good at Talladega. He looked
Yeah,
strong
he
and
was
had a
leading
great
lap.
day. Led a couple laps there. So shout out to Brian for sticking this season out. I hope that he comes back for these guys next season, and I could see Brian as a potential playoff driver because he's heating up. And same thing
Heating
with
up and
Blevins. Blevins could crack the top 8 next year as well. He's on that tipping point next to Bryce. Same thing with Bryce. I could see Bryce shooting up the list if he gets those breakout wins in the season. He's been there, and Bryce made mistakes. So I like the list, but we can spend all night on the power rankings. It's time to get into the fun stuff. It's time to talk about our drivers that are going to be going for it tonight. The Championship 4, boys. Holy
oh
smokes.
baby,
We got
let's go.
four fantastic drivers in this league that are going to be going at it tonight at Charlotte. We got Tyler Smith, Michael Prince, Chris Mackey, Keith Fallon. If you hadn't heard those names yet on any of our broadcasts, you're about to hear them more than any other broadcast. We're going to be talking about these guys all freaking night. Really competitive seasons from them. Tyler Smith, you can see his win there from Kentucky. Michael Prince, he got the dub at Pocono. Keith Fallon, the season opener at Daytona, and Chris Mackey, that Dega win. I feel like those are
Started
some
it
of the
all.
some of the staple races of the season. Like even look at Tyler Smith, he is in the picture in all 4 of those.
Yep.
Just saying,
Yeah.
he's third at Dega, right there with Keith at Daytona, and then we know the last lap drama against Michael Prince. So let's start with our first driver we're going to be talking about tonight, Chris Mackey, Chop House Restorations man in the number 9 Chevrolet. 2 wins, 10 stage wins. I did not know that stat until tonight, but Chris Mackey had 10 stage wins, 12 top 10 finishes, and he passed 540 drivers up to this point in the season. Really consistent from Chris.
Yeah,
Yep.
what he's been able to do these last couple of weeks, man, he's on a war tear. He got into the playoffs off of points alone, and he said, hold my beer and watch this. Let me go rattle off a couple of back-to-backs real quick.
Yes, sir.
So, broadcasting curses no more. I love the car that he's rocking today. He's got some Hooters girls on the back,
He said he did that for you, buddy. He's
I know
talking
it.
me pre-race.
Excited. You know where my vote's going for.
Let's look at the next driver. We're going to be looking at the number 31 of Michael Prince, running a whole new scheme tonight. It says diamond on there. He's going to try and shine bright like a diamond at Charlotte. 7 wins on the season, 3 poles, league high, 15 top 5 finishes, and a league high of 657 total passes on track from the 31. We usually see him in the Intimidator scheme, but man, oh man. Dude's a beast this year.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he has fought his way from the back. He has fought his way from getting pole to fighting his way from the back again. Like, he is just, when he comes through the field and he wants to move through the field, there's no doubt why he's on the number 1, and no doubt why he's got 657 total passes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Shoe buddy.
Next
Do you
driver.
think he sticks with his normal strategy of starting in the back and just working his way up? Or
No, that
do you
dude's
think
he's gonna qualify and be up there all night. Speaking of qualifying, one of the best drivers for average running position in the field, the number 40 Hollywood Performance Ford Championship 4 driver, Keith Fallon. 2 wins on the season. I think he was second or third most in the league with 221 laps led, 12 top 10 finishes this year. But that average running position, 5.2. Keith, we typically see him at the front. He is competitive. He likes to start out front and stay there as long as possible. You can see that with his laps led stat. He's a guy to be competitive early on. I think stage 1, I could easily see going to Keith if he can get clean air. Clean Air Keith was really good at Texas, working with his teammate Daniel. They controlled the race well, and I think that Keith tonight, it's going to come down to qualifying for him to see how his race goes.
You took the words straight out of my mouth. I was immediately going to bring up Texas, where him and Miglin just ran away with the field, it looks like. So I expect Miglin to be, his number 1 fan tonight, and I expect both of them to try to work together, and if they get out front, hold on, because they're going to go.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, the league owner, the man who puts all this stuff together for all of these drivers. I'm glad he's in the Championship 4 because he deserves it. He's worked hard all season long. He's faced a lot of adversity. It's Tyler Smith, the number 23 Highline Racing Alani Toyota. 2 wins on the season, 11 top 5s, 280 laps led, and 588 total passes. When you look at the stat lines from all 4 of these guys, it's really tight. The wins category, Prince definitely has the rest of the guys beat, but Tyler Smith is no joke. He has bounced back from adversity multiple times that we've seen throughout the season. He got a fantastic win when he ran away at Kentucky, D-shaped oval, somewhat similar to Charlotte with the tire saving and how you have to run here. So Tyler Smith could also be a factor in this race, but similar to Keith, how Tyler qualifies is going to depend, a lot of how his race is going to go. He could be stuck in traffic, could be on a different strategy. We see Tyler gamble a lot, and it usually pays off for him late in the race.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are coming up with a minute and 37 left in qualifying.
All right.
I think we got some more surprises.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the pre-race show from B.A.C. We'll be around again for post-race. We'll try and get your Championship 4 driver or champion. Sorry, we're crowning the champion tonight. We'll get him up here with us.
We are crowning the champion, dude.
Maybe they got a camera and we can get him up here in the booth with the boys at the end of this one. We will be sticking around afterwards for interviews, post-race talk, banter, all the fun stuff. We got a fun night planned, but we've got something new tonight. Let's get rolling into it. Please rise. Veterans render a hand salute as we get ready for the national anthem for your drivers tonight. Flyover is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Air. We had a couple of guys get in Microsoft Flight Sim and do a flyover for tonight, so I hope you all enjoy. And like I said, get ready for this race. Here we go. All right, the drivers are getting ready to get on the grid. It is time to get ready to roll here at Charlotte for the championship race. I hope everybody at home is ready. It is time for the SDRL Season 1 Championship at Charlotte. They're getting ready to roll, and you know what that means. It's time for us to get ready for the starting grid. Sorry, my dog's squeaking his toy.
Moose.
That's good old Moose. Got to get him out of here. All right, let me find the starting grid graphic, and we can get that to you. Hope everybody enjoyed the flyover. Shout out to Brian Bozick for making that happen on Microsoft Flight Sim. That was a really neat touch for the championship race. You guys did a fantastic job with that. Thank you again, Brian. But as you guys know, it is time for the grid. Let's get ready. Hold on.
Let's do it.
All right. Starting on pole tonight, the youngster, the number 21. It is Bryce Keegan to his outside. In the second spot, in row number 1, the number 22, we have got Robert Tester. Starting in third, the number 9 Chop House Restoration Chevrolet Championship 4 driver, Chris Mackey. Starting to his outside, the number 2 of Justin Fisher. Row number 3, starting in the 5 spot, the number 15, it is Jesse Graham. Starting in 6th, the number 51 of Stephen Blevins. Starting in 7th, the number 40 Hollywood Performance Ford Championship 4 driver, Keith Fallon. Starting in 8th, it is the number 77 of Calvin Harvey. Starting in 9th, the number 31 HCE Performance Chevrolet Championship 4 driver, Michael Prince. And rounding out the top 10, in the number 74, it is Austin Hobart.
Coming in at 11th, we've got Tyler Smith and that 23 Alani, another playoff driver who's going to look to make a lot of passes early on his outside. And 12th, we have Austin Guerrero, a teammate of his, in that 45 car. Coming in at 13th, we have Brandon Kelly, a potential next season driver. Coming outside of him at 14th, we have Terry Vincent in that 1 car. At 15, we've got Daniel Miglin, who's going to go look to catch up to his teammate. And 16th, we have another potential new driver in Cody Moore in the 88.
And at the field at 17th, we got a consistent driver, Brian Matthews, in the 28. I believe Tracker Boats Machine tonight. Outside of him, we have Jamin Bernhardt in the 12 Bonanza. 18, Danny Jackson in 19th. And 20th, Austin Norris, as we are gripping it, ripping it, and sipping it here in the Championship 4, baby. Let's go.
The green flag is out. We are rolling. Bryce Keegan got off to a great start, but so did Chris Mackey. He shot up to the inside behind him. Chris Mackey, Championship 4 driver. He's in second. They're rolling down the backstretch here at Charlotte. Stage 1 is 50 laps, 200. Here we go, boys. Chris Mackey working the outside on the youngster Bryce Keegan, but that kid is out there and he's trying to roll a good line on the bottom. Chris Mackey working the top, trying to find some clean air here at Charlotte. It is time to go. Lap 1's complete. Let's get rolling. Grip it, rip it, and sip it. B.A.C. Casting and Drafting live. Twitching YouTube.
Let's go, baby. And he's in that sweet, honest juice machine created by none other. Look at that thing. Looking out there, run out front. Juice box, powered by Juice Box. Apple juice.
Yeah.
And he's got his
Don't
little,
look down. Keith Fallon's sitting at that 4th spot. He's already up +3. He's looking to make a name for himself pretty early.
Yes, so far notables, we got Tyler Smith, he's up 2 spots. Chris Mackey's up 1. Keith Fallon, Championship 4 driver, up 3. Behind him in 5th, you've got Michael Prince. He is up 4 spots. We've got 3 Championship 4 drivers in the top 5, and all 4 of them are in the top 8. They are rolling towards the front quickly. We're going to see these guys battling early here in Stage 1. The question is, which driver is going to get out front and challenge the youngster first? Chris Mackey or Keith Fallon? They're making their way through the tri-oval. Start of lap number 4. Bryce Keegan's doing a fantastic job managing the lead, giving a good amount of dirty air to the cars behind, and everybody behind him, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, lined up.
We know that Chris Mackey put a lot of time and effort and practice into this track this week, and I believe this is one of Keith's favorite tracks. So it's going to be a battle. We're not going to see the gloves come off at the stage 3 because the gloves are already off, baby. Start a race here. Let's go.
Yeah,
It's gonna
we
be
saw.
exciting.
My big question is, with the nerves, how hard is it, do you think, for these drivers to tire save? You know, all they want to do is just get this win. It's right there. It's less than 200 laps away from them. How close is it? But you still have to tire save. You know, it's still early, but man, I know I want to run that car to the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing we're seeing right now early, these drivers are struggling very, very hard in the dirty air. We're seeing a lot of guys tag the wall that are in this long line. Battle for second now is starting to heat up as Jesse Graham is putting some pressure on Chris Mackey. The thing is, these guys don't have to win the race. It all comes down to which Championship 4 driver finishes above the rest. They don't need to win, they just need to beat the rest of the 4. And right now, Bryce Keegan's leading, but Chris Mackey is leading the fight for the championship.
We see all of our Championship 4 drivers right there. Chris Mackey on the outside of Graham. Michael Prince behind him. Keith Fallon looking to the inside of Michael Prince. And then here comes Tyler Smith in the Alani machine. A couple spots back, looking to get in that fight.
Yeah, I like that Bryce Keegan, Jesse Graham. You've got Justin Fisher, Brandon Kelly, a few guys up there. They're all battling for position with these guys, making it interesting. They are not going to make it easy on them. Nobody's going to just move and Olay out of the way. They're going to make all these guys earn it just like it's another race. So if you're a Championship 4 driver, I think you just need to calm down, relax, get in the groove, keep that car off the wall early, and save your stuff for later in this run, because it is a long one. 50 laps stage number 1, 60 laps stage number 2, and then we've got a long 90 lap stage 3 tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be that stage 3 is going to be a killer. We're going to possibly see some green flag stops in there. Strategy is definitely going to come into play with fuel, tires, everything, because if you drive this car hard here at Charlotte, you're going to tear up some tires, and keeping them under you for sure, like Jared said, is key here in the beginning of the race to try to save. If you do, get some cautions late, be able to throw in a new set and be faster than whoever's in front of you.
Yeah, Michael Prince is working the bottom really well along with Tyler Smith. They're doing a great job managing their exits off of the corner. They're roping the bottom and then working that thing up towards the outside wall. A few guys, though, trying the alternate line. You can see Chris Mackey up there by the wall trying to get a different run, get some more speed off the corner. But then on the exit, it's really tricky in dirty air to keep that car off the wall. Sometimes you do lose speed. But a few of these guys working the bottom are going to save those tires early. They're going to be more competitive in the long run. But if you use that top line early, you've got to get spots if you're going to do it and make passes.
Yeah, and that's where he might just be trying to get some clean air up there in the top of those corners maybe, but it is going to chew up his tires a little bit more. But he is, I'm sure he is driving out of his rearview mirror a little bit just to see how the rest of the Championship 4 is stacking up behind him. I think we officially have all 3 of them. All 3 of them behind him right now.
Yeah, all 4 drivers are lined up, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Mackey, Prince, Fallon, Smith. It is not going to disappoint tonight as all of these guys have found each other early in this race. 12 laps into it, and they're all lined up. They can all see each other. Chris Mackey, though, has got them all in the rear view.
Yep, and man, this is exactly what we wanted, isn't it? Everybody's been talking all week about this race, so I'm excited. I'm fucking stoked.
Somebody
Yes,
not to wave at. Cody Moore, one of the highest I-rated drivers in the field. He's up 7 spots since the start of this race. He is all the way in 9th, and now he is about to make the pass on Brandon Kelly for 8th. Cody Moore in the 88 is up 8 spots early in this one, doing a great job managing and going forward early in this run. Expect Cody Moore to be competitive as this one folds out.
Well, that's the thing. There's no pressure on these other drivers. Now that the Championship 4 has been set, these drivers can go out and race a race. They want to be smart around the Championship 4. You don't want to cause a wreck or anything like that with them that's uncalled for, but race them hard and show them what you got. Show everybody that you got what it takes to win a race here, and race hard.
We've got a battle in turn number 1. You've got Michael Prince now at the door of Chris Mackey. Behind him, you can see Tyler Smith is working Keith Fallon. Here we go down the backstretch. It's going to be for 3rd place, as Michael Prince is going to get the move done on Chris Money Mackey. Prince in the 31, he has moved up 6 spots since the start of this one, and he wants to go get some more and try and get a stage dub early in this one. Remember, stage points don't matter for the Chip 4. It's all about the finishing position. Tyler Smith getting the move done, through the tri-oval on Keith Fallon. They're working it into turn number 1. See Smith on the bottom, Keith up top. Tyler Smith, like I said, doing a fantastic job gaining positions, using the bottom of the racetrack, managing his stuff. But Keith got a big run off of turn number 2 on the high side. He's going to work at his doors. They make their way into turn number 3.
Yes, sir. And that 88 of Cody Moore is creeping up there to the back of Justin Fisher right there. And he is coming to join the party. He has found some speed. Justin Fisher also putting some pressure on Tyler Smith as well going into turn 1 there. But love the intensity right now. Love the intensity.
Chris Mackey is all in, getting the drive off the corner. He's trying to work that high side, as well as Tyler Smith made a great switchback off of turn number 2 to get to the inside of Keith Fallon as they're rolling in turn number 3. It's hard to keep an eye on both of these battles as Prince and Mackey are going at it, and then you've got Smith and Fallon behind. Championship 4 drivers taking some big swings for track position early here in stage number 1, lap 17 of 50. Bryce Keegan is still your leader. Jesse Graham second. Michael Prince Mackey battling for 3rd, and Smith and Fallon battling for 5th.
Yep, and we're going to, not saying it's going to happen right now, but from the looks of it, we're going to see a lot of green flag stops here. So how quickly can these dudes get in and out of the pits going to determine a whole lot come later in this race.
Yeah, another good point to that, Jer, is pit road here. Exit is extremely bumpy. If you hit the wrong part of that apron leaving pit road, you can lose the car in a blink of an eye. And so you've got to be extremely cautious while exiting pit road. I know that's when guys have got fresh tires. They're a little bit cold. You're trying to get a good run and get out of pit lane, but sometimes the risk-reward factor is way too high, and you've just got to take it easy and get back out on the racetrack.
Well, and that's where these other drivers can really affect this championship for if they do that coming out of the pit lane and get a little and draw caution, pretty much punching this field back up. So it's going to take a part of everybody if they want to stay green flag, and that's where you may see some of these championship 4 stay out a little longer, let everybody else get their cycles in before they do their green flag, just for that reason. Because if they get caught on pit lane or whatever, that could shuffle the field real fast.
We've talked about Cody Moore. We see him getting the job done as he is working the inside of the number 2 of Justin Fisher. But behind both of them, the number 4, Daniel Miglin, up 6 spots in this race, quickly catching the leaders. He has really good lap time as he's working the top of the racetrack. Doesn't have a lot of dirty air in front of him. He's got some room to work with and try and go run the guys down ahead of him. Miglin, really strong on these 1.5 mile ovals. I expect to see him at the front at some point tonight.
Yeah, he's running that high side, but how many laps is he going to be able to do that with the tire wear that's going to come from that?
He's got to figure it out.
Yeah, I know he's fast now, but he's going to be all over that track here in a little bit.
Yeah. We see Terry Vincent back there kind of hanging out as well. Turn some laps. He's using the high side as well. So there might be something with that high side maybe that guys are finding some speed with. I don't know.
Yeah, as you can see, the sun does look like it's starting to set, so this track is going to get a little cooler, and Terry Vincent just clips the wall there for a little bit. It's all right. Back in it.
It's hard to keep an eye off the battle as it is still raging on between Tyler Smith and Keith Fallon. They have swapped positions multiple times now over the last several laps. They can't get it figured out who's quicker at the moment. They're hurting each other, I think. I would just let somebody get the position and stay in line and hang out as we see Cody Moore get sideways in the corner. Saved it, doesn't completely wreck it, but that's going to slow him down. No caution yet. Great save by Cody Moore, but that is going to hurt his track position. He is quickly losing spots, and he has fallen out of the top 10 after a great start. Keith Fallon, Tyler Smith, still side by side in the middle of turn 1 and 2. They're getting the exit now off turn 2. Tyler Smith up top, Keith Fallon on the bottom. Smith is doing a fantastic job defending. He's got to get ahead of Keith and give him that dirty air. That way he can't get the run on the bottom, but they're staggering. They are always doing the stagger move to get the clean air to try and get the runs off the bottom of the corner. Tyler Smith doing a fantastic job not clipping the wall there off of 4, working the high side in 3 and 4. This is a great battle between these two. Hopefully they get it figured out soon. Otherwise, Michael Prince is pulling away.
Oh, yeah. I think, I don't know if Chris Mackey got a little loose or whatever there, but he has lost some ground, and Tyler and Keith have gained on him substantially. So I don't know what happened right there.
Coming into the tri-oval out of 4, it looked like he got a little loose and just tail struck that wall for a second.
I mentioned him momentarily after that mishap for Cody Moore. Daniel Miglin is quickly approaching the leaders here. Justin Fisher, he's just been hanging out watching this battle between Smith and Fallon. I think he doesn't want to get his hands dirty. But Team Hollywood Performance, you've got
Tyler
Daniel
Smith into the
Miglin
wall.
and Keith Fallon. Tyler Smith tags the wall, but Keith is going to be happy to see his teammate there to help. Justin Fisher, he's not patient anymore. He's going to pick up the crumbs after the incident there between Fallon and Smith. No caution, but contact was made. It's going to help out Chris Mackey, though. He's going to be able to relax a little bit.
Yep. Put a car between him and the battle behind him. Tyler Smith's got to look out in case he wants to go in there behind Keith. He has teammate Daniel Miglin right there now that could potentially just keep him on the outside the whole time and shut the door if Tyler's trying to get a move done. But as you see, Daniel Miglin there going to the inside of Tyler Smith, going to the entry of 3, getting behind his teammate, and Tyler is coming around trying to get that run, but Daniel may have got it right here. We'll see what happens when he goes into turn 1.
Yeah, it's going to be all help tonight for Keith from his teammate Daniel is what I expect to see. As Jarrett mentioned, they did a fantastic job controlling the race at Texas. If they can get Keith out front with Daniel behind him, they'll be able to do the inverse of what they pulled off in the spring in this season. As you see Tyler Smith all over the back of Miglin trying to work him, but now Keith Fallon's got a run on Chris Mackey. Mackey seems to be slow. It looks like he might be making a pit stop.
He is. Him and Justin Fisher and Michael Prince have all entered the pits on a looks like an alternate strategy here for some green flag pit stops. Let's see if they can get out cleanly and not bring out a caution.
Yeah,
people.
These 1.5 miles, I think they've averaged like just over 30 laps of fuel. So, I mean,
Caution's
we're definitely,
out.
oh, what an unfortunate turn of events.
Looks like it could have been Austin Norris. Don't see what it was.
I think Austin Norris was coming out of pit lane when some of the leaders of the playoff drivers were coming in.
Yeah, there it is. Austin Norris, as we said. He was on that exit of pit road, and he caught the bumps. As I mentioned earlier, you've got to be careful on this pit road exit. You can see Norris's car there starts to skid. He gets loose, and boom, hits that bump, tags the inside wall, and that's going to bring out the first caution of the night. Got a few guys stuck on pit lane, 2 of them being Championship 4 drivers. Not going to be happy with that one.
Yeah, that's where these green flag stops can breed cautions like this, and it is going to shuffle the field. And that's where your gamble is going to be. I think if I was a playoff driver, I think I'd stay out as long as I could. And
yeah, hope. All you can do is hope, run that thing bone dry.
yeah.
Well, we're over halfway through the stage, so I know these guys have got to be close on fuel at this point. A few of those guys pitted early, I think, to undercut there, and they thought, you know what, it stayed green for 25, 26 laps. Let's go for it, but big break there for Tyler Smith and Keith Fallon.
Yep, huge break.
That's going to move Mackey to a wave around, or no, Mackey, I think, is on the lead lap. So Prince and Mackey are on the lead lap. That's actually going to move them to the front.
That is huge.
That is huge.
Let's see if Tyler Smith's going to take tires or just gas and go. Looks like it was just gas, and he's on his way out. So is Mackey, running the same sets.
Yeah, Keith Fallon getting the dub there over Tyler Smith off pit road, and Daniel Miglin is still between them. So,
yep,
teamwork makes the dream work here at Charlotte for Hollywood Performance Racing. Tyler Smith, he's got some teammates out there as well. Don't forget about Ryan Castleberry and Austin Guerrero. Not seeing where Castleberry's at. I don't know if he missed tonight. I don't see him scored, but I do see Austin Guerrero out there to help out Tyler Smith. He's still sitting on pit road. Don't know if he's got damage or an issue, but right now, Michael Prince inherits the lead, and I think Chris Mackey got stuck as he is being... Actually, no. I think my scoring just hasn't updated yet. We'll have to find out who's where in a minute.
Yeah. Also trying to figure that out. Thanks, SDK.
Yeah, it's a little glitched right now. We'll just hide the scoring tower because I can't give the accurate information. But it looks like it's Mackey, Fisher, Vincent, Matthews, Kelly, and then Prince Keegan But once iRacing gets the scoring updated, since we had a pit stop out of cycle, it has definitely changed the lag of the laps. It actually looks like all these guys do have to take a wave.
Yeah, I think so.
So it is Michael Prince, Bryce Keegan, Chris Mackey in the unlucky position there. He is now taking the wave around, which is going to move him back to 13th.
Oh, man.
A little bit of a setback for him early.
Michael Prince was just able to get out or get in front of that pace car? Or...
I think Prince might have bailed on pit road or had a shorter stop than Mackey, and he got ahead of Austin Norris, leaving pit road, which gave him some track position and gave him a benefactor position here in stage 1. So now we can finally show you guys the updated scoring, as it is accurate. Michael Prince, the leader, Keegan, 2nd, Fallon, 3rd, Miglin, 4th, Hobart, 5th, Tyler Smith, 6th, Jamin Bernhardt, 7th, Jesse Graham, 8th, Cody Moore back up to 9th, and Calvin Harvey in 10th.
Yes,
Getting
sir.
ready to
And
roll
as we
here.
got our wave around cars entering the back of the field now, so everybody is caught up.
Lights are out on the pace car. That means we're going green. Get ready. They're going towards the restart zone. The 31, Michael Prince, is going to lead them. Grip it, rip it, and sip it. We are back green here in stage number 1 with 19 laps to go in the stage. Michael Prince, fantastic restart, but Keith Fallon got to the inside of Bryce Keegan. He's going to challenge him for 2nd. Looks like Bryce is going to try and slide in line ahead of Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith is probably thinking, come on, Bryce, you know what I'm racing here for, buddy. Get out of my way.
Who is that? Somebody's in the wall out of the restart.
Michael Prince, Keith Fallon pulling away, Bryce Keegan, Daniel Miglin trapping Tyler Smith. He's boxed in with nowhere to go on this restart. That's going to hurt his ability to go for the stage win. So it looks like it's going to be Prince and Fallon going at it now for this one.
Yes, sir. And young buck, old Bryce Keegan is looking pretty fast. He is when he gets to that bottom lane, he is quick. We'll see if he can just kind of sustain that long run pace and see if he can work his way back up to Michael Prince and Keith Fallon. He does have some traffic there behind him with Austin Hobart and Daniel Miglin kind of going at it. Like I said, Jesse Graham is there, Tyler Smith, Cody Moore. Tyler Smith is just kind of...
Ooh, Tyler Smith almost got into the 15 there. That was close.
I don't know if I would back out of that to fight another day or not, but it's getting hairy back there.
Yeah, it's a little too rich for my blood.
Yeah. But Michael Prince has gapped about a half a second on Keith Fallon, taking the lead. Chris Mackey back up behind Danny Jackson in the 10th spot. Had to take that wave around as well, looking to work his way back up to the front and catch up to these guys quickly.
Yeah, we're seeing Keith Fallon now starting to get some pressure from behind. It's the 21 of Bryce Keegan. Bryce led a lot of laps to start this race, most of the stage number 1. He wants to get a stage win. He's hungry for one here. But Cody Moore hard charging on this restart going forward. We've got 5 cars in the diamond formation as we see Keegan Fallon. You've got the 15 of Jesse Graham, Daniel Miglin, all there together. Austin Hobart, he's been blinking. Looks like he's having an internet issue. Miglin up there at the top scraping the wall. But now here we go. Jesse Graham, he's going to get to the inside of Bryce Keegan off of turn 4. That's going to potentially open the door for Cody Moore. But Bryce Keegan closes it as they race towards the start-finish line. Keith Fallon by himself working the top lane, trying to get something rolling with his teammate up there, Daniel Miglin. You see Tyler Smith back there working the top as well. Keep an eye on Chris Mackey. He restarted 13th, and he has already caught Tyler Smith. He's battling for a top 10 spot here at the end of the stage, doing a great job making up the time he lost from that caution.
Yes, sir. And we've seen Jesse Graham and Cody Moore just fire out of a cannon right there. And they are looking at Michael Prince right now. If you're Michael Prince, you have got a heat-seeking missiles on you. It is time to shoot some flares. Because here they come as Michael Prince.
Yeah, they're going to be 3 wide. Cody Moore in the wall as they go towards the backstretch. Slows up Cody Moore, and Jesse Graham's going to get the lead. ahead of Michael Prince. I think some of these guys took tires and some did not. We're seeing a huge speed difference from Graham, Moore, and Prince. And I think that's what's choking up this group of drivers behind. Chris Mackey might be a driver on fresher tires. That's why he's shooting forward through this group as well. But Jesse Graham made a great move 3 wide, but now he's got some company. It's the 88 of Cody Moore, the mighty donut, red, white, and blue machine. Here we go, down the backstretch. 12 laps to go in the stage. Bryce Keegan back up to 3rd. Prince down to 4th. Hobart 5th, and Hobart has got 2x2 action in his rearview mirror.
Dude, buddy. Coming into 3 and 4, they are tight, and you got all 4 of the championship 4 in that bundle right there. Starting off with Michael Prince, Chris Mackey, Keith Fallon, and Tyler Smith, all in the midst of that group right there, trying to iron it out. As Chris Mackey has shot in front of Michael Prince, is looking to get away from that group right there a little bit, probably just to get some bubble wrap on him.
Battle for the
Get
lead
away
is
from there.
under a quarter second. You've got Jesse Graham and Cody Moore at the line, 10 to go. Cody Moore in line, eyeing up the 15, trying to find a way around him through that dirty air, as we've got a battle here for the stage win between 2 non-Chip 4 drivers. As behind you've got Bryce Keegan in 3rd, but Chris Mackey, I know he's got fresh tires on that thing because he is skyrocketed around everybody. He's all the way back up to 5th. Chris Money Mackey is the first driver of the Championship 4 at this point in the race. Mackey's doing a great job. As you see Michael Prince at the back of your screen there, he tagged the wall off of 4. As you've got Fallon, Prince, and Smith battling for track position, but Chris Mackey is going at it to the inside of Austin Hobart, trying to work his way now towards Bryce Keegan in the closing laps of stage 1. Out front, Jesse Graham's extended the lead over Cody Moore by over a quarter of a second now. He's trying to stretch that to half a second as they come to the line with 8 to go. Bryce Keegan, though, he's definitely keeping an eye on his mirrors as he's got a big group of cars racing towards him.
The more spots that Chris Mackey can get right here puts more cars in between him and the rest of the championship 4 after this stage break and pit stops, because the rest of the championship 4 are going to take tires as much as that fall-off is. So if all these cars behind Chris Mackey right here are on fresh tires as well, they're going to stay out. But how far can they get out there? Can they get out far enough after the restart to hold his position, or is the rest of the championship 4 going to chase him down? This is what you're going to be looking at.
Yeah, it's going to come down to tire strategy in this race. It's a very long event. Long way to go in this one. They've got a lot of sets in the bag. Lots of different things to try out.
I don't know. If you're Chris Mackey, do you take another set? Because that stage 3 is going to be long, dude.
Yeah, I think
Mackey
you've got to
wants
save your
is
tires
clean
as
air.
much as you can, right? You're trying to win everything right now. Who cares about stage wins, you know? All we care about is that last stage.
Chris Mackey working the outside of Bryce Keegan off of turn number 2. Going to make that pass look pretty easy as he gets up to 3rd. Up 10 spots on this restart. Exactly what he needed to do to gap the rest of the guys that he's competing against. Michael Prince, he is all the way back to 13th. He was in 1st, and now he has lost 12 spots in the last few laps in this stage. Definitely a little bit of a red flag if you're Prince. Still got to keep your head down and push. Long way to go.
Not worried about him. I know he's on older tires. I know what he's trying to save as much as he can. I don't hate the move. He still is going to have 150 laps to figure this out, which is, about the average race time of any of the other races we've done so far this season. So I'm not worried. I think this is the perfect amount of laps for him to go take the lead and then probably still lead another 20 laps before this thing's over.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think I agree with you there, Jared, because we know how Michael Prince is. He's just, nonchalant. He's not worried. He's not nervous. He is just running his thing. He knows that he has a long race ahead of him to do what he needs to do. So I don't think he's worried. I think he's going to try to stay clean right here and just work his way back up to the front through strategy or anything like that.
Boogity, 3 laps to go here in the stage, and Cody Moore, he's
Guerrero
starting to get towards
grass.
Jesse Graham. Cody Moore is trying to go for a stage win here. in his second race this season, or third race this season, sorry, in SDRL, as he is now putting a lot of pressure on Graham. Graham trying to hold that car at the bottom of the racetrack. We're coming to 2 to go here at the stripe, and it looks like there might be an issue for Graham. And there's contact. Cody Moore and Graham around. They're going to be spinning. That should bring out the caution. It's not out yet. Chris Mackey's going to fly around both of them, and that should give Chris Mackey a stage win. It does. He scored first. Late caution there from the contact from Graham and Moore is going to give Chris Mackey the stage number 1 win in the championship race. The gamble to take 4 tires gives him his 11th stage win of the season. We talked about his ability to get stage wins in the pre-race show, and Chris Mackey gets it done in stage number 1 at Charlotte. When it counts the most, it's the championship.
Yes, sir.
That is wild. And I'm not going to, knock either of these two drivers other than the fact that, they haven't raced a lot with each other like these other drivers have, completing a whole season. But that's just unfortunate, hard racing. And that's a lot of the things that we saw early on with all of these drivers of this inaugural season. So not surprised, but also, man, that sucks for them to potentially, make a name for themselves coming into season 2.
Looking back at what brought out the caution, it looks like the 15 of Graham off the exit of 4. Car started to get really loose on him. Cody Moore checked up, went around to the outside, and Graham was just unable to hold it. Got into Cody Moore, spun him as Cody Moore thought he was going to go snipe a stage win after a great comeback from that incident where he tagged the wall. And then Moore and Graham go spinning. They both do a great job to get the brakes locked down so they don't come up the track and collect anybody else. And then Chris Mackey rolls right on by. Chop House Restorations number 9 Chevrolet snipes stage number 1 in the championship.
Oh, no. I think Michael Prince has a broken toe link on his car. That would explain why.
Must have tagged the wall at some point then.
Yeah, busy pit road now as we're seeing everybody making their stop here at the stage break. Looks like the number 22, that's going to be Brandon Kelly. He's going to quickly get off of pit road. Cody Moore does as well. Chris Mackey's going to follow. He's third off. Bryce Keegan slides out of his box. He's going to wind up 5th. Keith Fallon 6th. Danny Jackson 7th. Miglin 8th. Tyler Smith 9th. And Brian Matthews 10th. Michael Prince, now you see him leaving pit road. He's going to leave the pits in 15th behind Scary Terry Vincent. But it's time to go ahead and talk to our stage 1 winner, Chris Mackey.
Alma. There
Chris
he
Mackey,
is.
The Chop House Restoration number 9, continuing his war tear through the playoffs. Another stage win. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm not too excited about that stage win, though, because I had to burn a set of tires to get my track position back. So
yeah, that
looked
was
good on the broadcast, but it's a disadvantage on the track.
That was a real unfortunate yellow flag that came out there. Were you already you hadn't pulled into the pit stall yet, so you were able to kind of figure out what you wanted to do tire-wise?
Yeah, I was about to pull into the stall whenever the yellow came out, and I knew I was going to be at the back of the field, so I just went ahead and clicked my tires back on because the dirty air and the track position and the chances of getting caught in a wreck back there, I didn't want to be back there. So I had to weigh tires versus track position, and track position wins in these cars, unfortunately.
Yep.
Well, do you have any words of wisdom to the two newer drivers that seemingly gifted you a free stage win there?
Thanks, I guess. I appreciate it. Kind of helped me on pit road a little bit, but other than that, there's no stage points or anything tonight, so no point in getting happy about a stage win. We got a long race to go.
Anybody you're worried about with the other championship 4 as you've been racing here in stage 1 already?
Oh yeah, all 3. I'm definitely the slowest one out of all of us 4, so I've got my work cut out for me, and now they have a tire advantage on me, so this is it's going to be a hard one, but I've been in some tough spots this year and was able to pull through, so we'll
yes,
see
sir,
what we got
yes, sir.
You've got the Hooters girls waiting on you in Victory Lane, brother.
Hey, I don't care about the Hooters girls, man. I'd rather have my fiance in Victory Lane with me.
All right.
Hooters girls are for you, Jerry Bear.
Oh, thanks.
We'll get him back to his chat, Jarrett. It's time for him to go green.
Yep. Good luck, Chris.
Thanks.
Pace car is off, lights are out. The number 22, that's going to be Brandon Kelly, the control car, making their way into the restart zone. Green flag is back out for stage number 2 in the championship race. Slow start on the outside for Cody Moore. We're going to grip it, rip it, and sip it. 3 cars pulling away on the inside. Brandon Kelly, Chris Mackey, Bryce Keegan. Great restart from the inside row as Cody Moore checked up top, and that's going to help out Tyler Smith as he's going to get the advantage over Keith Fallon, and he gets around him on the bottom. Tyler Smith is now fighting Cody Moore for a top 5 position, but we're seeing Chris Mackey working the bottom, trying to run down Brandon Kelly and get that lead back here at the start of stage 2 as they make their way off turn number 4. Chris Mackey through the tri-oval. He's going to get the lead at the stripe. New leader, the stage 1 winner, Chris Mackey.
Yeah, and nobody's happier than Chris Mackey after that restart because that slowed up Keith a lot. Keith ended up having to fall back a couple of spots just because of the unfortunate lane he was in. Tyler Smith, a big winner out of that one, but that gap that Chris Mackey was able to get right there is huge.
Yeah, and if he can keep that speed up and get a lead from all these guys, you get Michael Prince in there is working his way up through Cody Moore and trying to get Daniel Miglin and Keith Fallon right there as well. These guys, these playoff drivers, Championship 4, are working hard to get up there to Chris Mackey and try to get some time back and positions back to be in a good position at the end of this race.
Yeah, it might be a problem for Cody Moore. Started second this restart. He was quick off of pit road. I think he doesn't have tires, fresh tires on that car. That's why we're seeing him sink through the field. He's going to bite the bullet early after having to use a set to go for the stage 1 win. It's going to hurt his start in stage number 2. So Cody Moore sinking like a rock. Michael Prince, as you said, trying to go back forward. He's got a lot of traffic ahead of him. They're 3 wide off the exit turn number 2. It's Prince, Miglin, and Kelly. Kelly's going to back out of it. Michael Prince going to get the advantage over Miglin on the inside. Scary Terry Vincent now working at the back of Miglin into turn number 3. That number 1, Terry Vincent, he's no joke. He could go out there and snipe this win tonight as well. Bryce Keegan, though, he's hanging with Chris Mackey out front. Tyler Smith up to 3rd. Keith Fallon in 5th.
We've seen young Buck. He's fast all night. He's got long run speed as well. So qualified on the pole, he might be able to get this win here tonight too. Show everybody that he deserves to be there. Unfortunately, he got knocked out last round, but he's been solid all year. You know, young Buck getting it done.
It looks like all of our playoff drivers are ahead of this 22 car, the 022 car, but he has collected the wall the last couple of laps.
Bit of an issue for Danny Jackson. Clipped the wall for turn number 4. Had to go through the infield, but he saves it. He comes up the track. He's going to have contact with Terry Vincent. Vincent hard into the wall in turn number 1 and 2. Could be a yellow, but Vincent's definitely got damage. Sparks coming out of the bottom of that race car. Checks up the back of the field. No caution yet, but Terry, he's going to be hurting on the left rear. Sparks are still flying. He's going to try and limp it back to pit road if he can.
And Terry's bad luck, dude. I'm telling you, this second half of this season in side drive, Terry wants to forget about it because his luck has been brutal.
What was Danny Jackson's goal there? I just don't get that.
Danny went all the way through the center tri-oval through the grass. I think maybe tried to lock it up on some pavement, but when them tires fill up with dirt and grass, dude, it ain't gonna lock down like it needs to. And I just think he was too fast coming out of there.
He just
get it slowed down
went right back up the field. I mean, if I'm Terry, I know I don't have much I'm racing for, but holy hell.
Yeah, the top 6 have now pulled away after that incident with Terry Vincent and Danny Jackson. Michael Prince is working the number 4. Daniel Miglin, teammate of Keith Fallon. Miglin doing a great job slowing down Prince.
Tyler Smith is slowly starting to catch the back of Bryce Keegan. And inevitably, the leader, Stage 1 winner, Chop House Restorations, number 9, Chris Mackey.
So I think my strategy, and this may be crazy, my strategy would probably be, if I'm Chris Mackey, is if Bryce wants to run me hard, he wants to run the car hard and get out front, let him, you can have it. I would like that spot, to have that car gap in between Tyler Smith, but I also don't want to kill my tires in the process of holding that one spot.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of good fresh air out there out front, making his car probably drive a little bit better. I don't know if he wants to sacrifice that. because then he's going to have to drive a little harder to potentially stay in front of the next 3 cars, which are the championship 3. Well, Mike Prince did not get it done on Daniel Miglin, but
No, he gave him a little bit of a bump there, door to door, going down the backstretch. You know he's not happy with him. He's trying to help his teammate out. Now Prince is going to squeeze him towards the wall off of turn number 4. He wants to get around Miglin to get up there and race with the rest of the Championship 4, but Miglin is a fantastic teammate tonight. He's keeping it clean, putting the dirty air on the drivers that his teammate is racing. And speaking of teammate, check it out. We got Keith Fallon back at the bumper of the number 23 Alani Highline Toyota. It's Tyler Smith and Fallon going at it again for position for 3rd in stage number 2, just like we saw in stage 1.
If I'm Fallon right now, I'm just telling Tyler, like, hey man, let's work together here. Let's not beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah,
I'd like to see you in my rear view, all right? Not out my left and right mirrors here. Let's see if we can keep you right behind me.
Yeah, you can see the gap between Miglin and Hobart. The top 6 have pulled away well. If I'm all of these guys out front, I would probably be on the radio saying, look, boys, we're all out here 1 through 6. We can hang out, stay single file, run like this till our pit window when we all want to pit, and then go race later and continue to pull this gap on the field, keep our advantage. But right now, Chris Mackey is pulling away from Bryce Keegan. He's stretched that lead to over half a second, and Bryce is going to start to get some pressure from behind from Tyler Smith and Keith Fallon very soon. So Mackey able to stretch his legs out front. He said he wasn't happy with the stage 1 win, the way it turned out using that set of tires, but man, he is making this set work out really nicely in stage number 2, managing that lead.
yeah, if he can manage the lead. Yep. Go ahead, Jer.
I said as long as he can keep those tires under him, and I see no reason why he won't catch right back up to everybody else in terms of tire wear this next cycle.
Yeah, if he can get out there and try to get as much time out in that clean air as he can, and I think he can. I think if stage 2 stays clean, they don't have to burn another set, because I think green flags are going to be just gas and goes. That's where his advantage is. Now, if we start getting into cautions, people are going to start using tires or whatever, but if he can get out there and get as much time out front, I think the tires are
we
huge
got a big
here, though.
update. The number 1, Terry Vincent, out of the car, out of the race. Terry Vincent no longer being scored. He is done.
Yeah, I'm sure he was not happy about that.
He's walking straight over to that number 18 car's pit. I guarantee it. He's walking right over to that truck waiting for him. Said, you just get out of that car, buddy. Come meet me over here.
Well, somebody that's finally caught the guys that he's been trying so hard to catch, it's Michael Prince. After getting around Miglin, he has now gotten to the back of Keith Fallon and Tyler Smith. Miglin not done yet, though. He's using that huge draft from those cars lined up down the backstretch. He's going to continue to try and put pressure on Prince. He's trying to work his outside off of turn number 4, but Prince is like, leave me alone, man. I'm just trying to race up here. But you can see Tyler Smith doing everything he can and the dirty air from Bryce Keegan to defend Keith Fallon. Fallon is right in line. 2 June bugs on a hot summer night. They are lined up like 3 ducks in a row now, making their way off turn number 2. They are definitely going at it for track position here. Chris Mackey is starting to lose his advantage over Bryce Keegan. He's reeled him in by a couple tenths over the last 2 laps. Keegan's going to go and challenge for the lead, and Mackey can now see all 3 of the Championship 4 drivers in his rear view. They are up there battling in the top 6. This is really good stuff in stage number 2. 40 laps to go to the end of the stage.
Yeah, Daniel Miglin and Michael Prince kind of had a little run in there coming out of 4 as well. I think Daniel went low, forced Michael high, got a little loose maybe, had a little door tap. They're keeping battling, and that is, it's for Miglin, it's working. It is working. If it's giving Michael Prince something else to worry about other than catching the back of that 40 car, it is working because they have lost the gap to the 40 and the 23 back there battling.
The top 4, the gap is now between half a second between the top 4 drivers. Bryce Keegan closing the gap on Mackey, but now we're seeing Tyler Smith working the outside of the young buck car, the number 21. He's getting around him, and now here comes Keith Fallon. He's going to go ahead and try and do the same. Chris Mackey to the bottom, Tyler Smith to the top in turn number 3. Smith is going to try and get up there and challenge Mackey for the lead as they're working towards the tri-oval. Bryce Keegan's just going to back out of it. You see the fire there out of the exhaust. He's going to let these guys go and race for it. 3 of the 4 Championship 4 drivers now battling for the lead. Mackey to the bottom, Tyler Smith to the top, Keith Fallon behind Smith as they're making their way off of turn number 2, down the backstretch, under the lights at Charlotte. It's the SDRL Championship, live on B.A.C. Buckle up, get ready, and we are not done yet. There's still over 130 laps to go in this one. Tyler Smith still at the door of Chris Mackey, making their way off of turn number 4. Smith's going to put the pressure on him. They're going to be side by side at the line. Advantage 23. Tyler Smith, new leader at Charlotte.
And here comes Keith Fallon, going to follow Tyler Smith going into turn 1, into turn 2, trying to get the pass done and get a run on this backstretch to get past Chris Mackey as well. And it looks like it's going to work. They have followed each other and worked their way to the front, and now Keith is shutting the door on Chris and going to look to the inside of Tyler Smith as well. And buddy, here we go.
Yeah, something to note back there. You could see Michael Prince still stuck behind Miglin. Go ahead, Jarrett. I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I was just saying, we were talking about taking that set of tires early to get his spots back, and this is at the exact point that I think he kind of realized that it was going to catch up to him. My question is now, how long is he going to keep falling back in positions? We assume he's probably not going to take this stage win, but if he only loses a couple more positions and can keep on those old tires, you just let it ride out?
Yeah, I think I would. I think I would just try to get back on the same tire strategy as some of these guys. I really think that stage 3 is going to be, I don't know, I hate to say it, but a caution fest. I think these guys are going to get, now if they're all out front and they can go out, yeah, but whenever you get somebody that gets stuck on pit lane during a caution or something, and these guys are going to do anything to get up to the front to catch the other 3 drivers or the other 2 drivers, and that's where they're going to be pushing the limits of these cars, where another driver may not be expecting it back in the field and make a mistake, get into them, but it may draw caution, and that's where I believe Mackey is going to be able to have an advantage again to get on the same tire rotation as these guys. And I think the fight will then be all out, brother. Be all out.
So one other thing I've noticed is because of the broken toe link from Michael Prince, I would assume that he had to use his fast repair. Everybody else still has that in their pocket. And you can kind of tell Michael Prince is running a little bit more conservative right now because he's like, man, I just got to keep this car alive until the until the end.
I noticed whenever we were interviewing Chris Mackey, Michael Prince did come down pit lane again under caution, under the stage break, and probably try to get some damage taken care of. So I don't know if he used his fast repair or not. That'd be interesting to know.
I don't know how long it takes
way
to
off
fix
turn
it.
4, boys. Got a new challenge for the lead. Number 40, Keith Fallon got to the inside of Tyler Smith. I've been keeping an eye on this battle if you guys have been chatting, but here we go. Now at this point, all 4 Championship 4 drivers can lead in the first 100 laps if Fallon can take the lead away from Tyler Smith on this one. Smith gets a huge run off of turn 2 on the high side, making their way down the backstretch. Keith Fallon working the bottom, Smith middle top. He's doing a fantastic job putting the dirty air on that number 40 of Fallon, making it very difficult for him to get the job done. It seems like Fallon has the better car, and he is pushing, but Tyler Smith managing the clean air very well, not making it easy on Keith. He stretched that lead out a little bit again. Back there behind, you can see, as we talked about, Bryce Keegan, Daniel Miglin, Chris Mackey, and then Michael Prince just hanging out behind. But Keith Fallon, he wants the lead. He doesn't want to sit behind Tyler Smith. He wants to get out front and get some laps led here early in this race if he can. Daniel Miglin, his teammate, doing a fantastic job in third, defending like hell for him. It is a fantastic start to this race, and it is only the beginning. We're not even halfway through stage number 2, and we've seen so many lead changes and a lot of drama on track between the Championship 4. Now Keith Fallon to the inside of Smith.
Here's the run.
Off
Does
of
he have
2.
it? Does he have the momentum?
I think he does. He's going to have the nose ahead of him in turn number 3, but Tyler Smith gets these huge runs off of 4 on the outside. Let's see if Keith Fallon can clear him and pull off the slide job. I don't know if he's got it in him, and he does. Keith Fallon's going to slide up the track. New leader, Tyler Smith, looking for the switchback, but no. Fallon leads his first lap in the championship race on lap 81, halfway through stage number 2. All 4 championship drivers have now led at some point in this race.
Buddy, you know what? I think I'm going to give Keith a new nickname, because we have seen it all year. When he gets out in clean air, he just decides to run away. So I'm going to give him a nickname. Keith the Vacuum Fallon, dude, sucking up all that clean air. When he's out there sucking it all in, dude, he is freaking lights out, dude. And I would be shocked.
I'm sure the boys at the bar would have a field day with that nickname. All right, I don't know if that one's gonna stick. I don't think he's gonna go to the bar and tell everybody about him being the vacuum of the league.
But
Daniel
you can just tell
Miglin
right now that he is
Road and Michael
away.
Prince can let the Cougar loose. Bryce Keegan and Michael Prince are going to pit on this lap. Top 3 are now Fallon, Smith, Mackey, but Keegan, Prince, and Miglin have hit pit road. Other drivers starting to make their scheduled stop here as we're over halfway through the stage, 33 laps into this run. They're starting to get low on fuel. They're going to need to top off if they want to make it to the end, but let's keep an eye on those pit road exits to see if we get another yellow.
And I think we had Jesse Graham kind of get a little loose there coming out of the exit, and that's where it could be squirrely situation. Justin Fisher, Daniel Miglin, Jesse Graham are all out of pit lane, back in traffic.
Chris Mackey making his way towards pit road. He's going to make his scheduled stop. That's going to move Cody Moore in the 88 up to 3rd. He's been running long on those old tires. He's probably going to make the swap here at this point, give himself a little bit of a tire advantage. You can see Michael Prince on his pit exit lap. Keith Fallon has got a good advantage over Tyler Smith. Gap is half a second. Expect these two guys to pit within the next 3 laps. Looks like Fallon's starting to go slow as well
Tyler.
as Smith.
Yep.
Everybody's pitting. Let's see what Cody Moore does. If he's going to be the new leader, if he's going to make his stop. Cody Moore slowing up on the racetrack. Everybody's pitting. Jamin Bernhardt looks like he's going to be your new leader if he can get this one. Yes, he will. Jamin Bernhardt stays out, and that means number 12, Bonanza, baby. He's going to be the leader at Charlotte.
Let's go. What I like to see out of the 40 of our regular season champion here at Side Draft, he, again, the vacuum, got out there in that fresh air and was pulling away from Tyler Smith, but he could not get in front of Tyler coming out of pit lane. So we'll see what kind of work Keith has to do to get back up to the front here before the end of stage 2.
Important to note that Mackey and Prince both got ahead of Miglin as they left pit road, but we're seeing Mackey and Prince battling in turn 1 and 2. Prince got up into the wall. That's going to give the advantage to Mackey, but Tyler Smith beat Keith Fallon off of pit road. He's ahead of him by about a quarter of a corner. Tyler Smith must have had a great pit stop as he is now going to inherit the lead. He's back out front in the number 23 as Jamin Bernhardt makes his stop. So it's Tyler Smith, Keith Fallon, Chris Mackey, Michael Prince, and now all 4 championship 4 drivers in the top 4 in stage number 2 with only 20 laps-ish left to go.
Yeah, and
go.
if this iRacing graphic showed me correctly, Fallon was the only one to take tires there. Everybody else just gas and goed.
Yeah, you could see the speed
Including
difference.
Mackey.
Keith is going to be ripping it on the bottom to try and get the advantage on Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith goes high. Keith Fallon goes low. Fallon's going to challenge for the lead in turn number 1. He's going to skyrocket past the 23. Smith knows he probably had the slower stop, and that's why he got fresher tires on that car. Easy to figure that one out. Chris Mackey 3rd, Prince 4th.
Now, if you're Keith, you have to keep that in mind, because if you're going to flip the stage here, possibly, you have to take care of them tires, because all those guys behind you are going to be taking tires. You're going to have clean air to start stage 3, but you're going to have a little older tires, so you have to manage them right here, right now, and not burn your tires and your sets of tires right now before the end of the stage here.
Looking at Cody Moore, he was the driver that stayed out, that lost all the track position early. Through his pit cycle, he is now in 9th. So holding on to that same tire set through stage 1 into stage 2, running long, gas and go pit stop, now in the top 10 working forward through the drivers ahead of him that are on older stuff. So we'll see how this strategy works out for Moore, and it could be something that we see from Keith later in this race. He is gapping Tyler Smith 2 seconds now ahead. He can relax and save those tires if he wants to hold on to them for the next stage. Tyler Smith in second. Daniel Miglin, I think he's got fresh tires on that car because he got around Prince and Mackey pretty easily. He's already up to third. So I think we're going to see a Hollywood Performance 1-2 in stage number 2 if they can pull this thing off.
Well,
yeah,
here we
it
go.
looked like Miglin had a way faster car, and Mackey, I think, got a little loose, probably with the older tires naturally. And they kind of got into each other a couple of laps ago, and I think Mackey kind of just gave him the wave around and said, hey, come on, man. I'm not going to keep fighting this fight and end up sideways and having to use that fast repair like Michael Prince.
But here we are, dude. Texas 2.0. If Keith Fallon, Daniel Miglin stay out or just gas and go to the stage, you're going to have to get through both of them to get to the front. And that's going to make it hard for Chris Mackey and Tyler Smith, Michael Prince trying to get around those two teammates, because we've seen how well those two teammates work together on a mile and a half and how hard it is to get past both of them.
Look
and
at
I guarantee
who's
you,
on the freshies. It's young buck, Bryce Keegan. He's now caught Michael Prince. He's going to challenge him for 5th. He's going to drive right around him on the exit of turn number 4. Austin Hobart's probably going to do the same in turn number 1. But Bryce Keegan could be looking at a top 3 in the stage here with the fresh stuff on that car. Hopefully he manages enough to keep those tires under him for long enough into stage number 3, if that is the goal for him tonight.
Yeah, I like the people that aren't really competing. Take the tires now, get out there early. It's going to make for a more interesting stage 3. And then the 4 drivers that, we are looking at, save the best for last, save all those tires, so that way you can really compete towards the end there. I think it's going to make for a really fun last 40 laps.
oh yeah, the last 40 are going to be insane, dude. I think the only way that we don't get an insane finish is if all these dudes are lined up single file and just can't catch each other because their tires are just shot. And we have a long green flag shot. But I think the moment these guys are in traffic, they're going to be one mission, one move. I mean, one of the playoff drivers is named the Intimidator for a reason, dude. He will move you to get up there and get this championship tonight.
Daniel Miglin, that high line into turn number 1 and 2. He's making it work, looking like Kyle Larson right up against the wall. He is now caught Tyler Smith. Miglin up to 2nd behind his teammate, but Keith Fallon is gone. 5 seconds ahead of his teammate, who is now 2nd. This is going to be an easy one for the vacuum, Keith Fallon. He is pulling away here now with 15 to go in the stage. Tyler Smith holding 3rd. Chris Mackey 4th, but look out, here comes young buck Bryce Keegan. He's got to run to the outside of Chris Mackey off of turn number 2, doing the same thing as Miglin, working that high line to get that speed, and now he's going to go run down Tyler Smith and possibly Miglin. We'll see what young buck can do here in the closing laps of stage 2 if he can pull off 2nd.
Old Fallon out there just sucking everything up.
Yes.
You gave him that nickname.
Let's go. He's going to be mad.
I know. Look what you
He's
did.
going to love it.
It's proven. It is proven all season. As soon as he gets fresh air out there, he just runs away with it. He takes advantage of it, and it works. I don't understand. Keith's going to have to teach me a little bit how he does it, but
Yeah, he's
I mean,
caught
when
the
you get-
back of the 22 of Kelly, but it looks like he's got an issue as he was scraping the wall. Sparks flying out of the bottom of his race car. Keith is starting to work the lappers now, making his way into turn number 3. Massive lead, doing a great job. Keith has talked about his ability to win at this track. He's done it before. He has won the iRacing Virtual Coca-Cola 600 and has definitely talked himself up, from what I've heard, to a couple of the drivers, and he feels really confident at this combination. This car, this track, Keith thinks he has one of the best shots to do it tonight, and he is proving it so far. But when the tires are the same and we're at the end of the race, I think the gloves are going to come off, and he's going to have to fight for it.
yeah, he is going to have to fight for it. I know he's going to have a little bit of help from his teammate Daniel Miglin, but I think I would almost guarantee there's going to be a fight for it. And what better way to round out the side draft season here at Charlotte with the gloves off in stage 3.
Yeah, Miglin's starting to lose a little bit of pace. Tyler Smith kind of reeling him back in. Bryce Keegan hasn't been able to catch Tyler Smith as fast as I thought that he would. Smith is finding a lot more pace late in this run with 12 to go in the stage. Tyler's doing a fantastic job managing his stuff, keeping a strong track position for the pit stop at the break. I like how Tyler Smith's race is playing out. He's been looking really good, led some laps, fought Keith for the lead tonight, and I will say Tyler Smith is contending. He's doing a great job, but so are all 4 of these drivers. I just can't wait to see Michael Prince when he starts to turn it up and let the Cougar loose.
I think Michael Prince kind of wants us to quit saying his name. I think he's just kind of hanging back there.
Yeah. Curse is coming back.
He wants us to just kind of forget about him. We're not going to do it, Michael. We're not going to forget about you back there because we know you got something brewing back in the tank. I'm sure all these guys have a different, strategy mix-up. We've seen Chris Mackey already had to have, change up his strategy throughout this race. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys play it out and how everything works. But we do have some extremely fast cars that are outside the championship for tonight that are going to be in contention and going to want this victory as well. And a lot of strong competitors out there fighting and racing these guys just as hard as it was in the regular season. So I love that.
Are we sure that Brandon Kelly isn't just an alias of Spencer Kelly by any chance?
No, I don't think he is. But I'll tell you what, boys. We talked about Brian Matthews in the power rankings a little bit in the pre-race show and how he's been consistent in the back half and playoffs of this season. Check him out. He is up 8 spots, running 9th. He's gone forward all race long, has really good long run pace. He's starting to work towards the back of Justin Fisher and Michael Prince. I mean, that tracker boat scheme on that 28 car looks pretty darn good, and Brian Matthews is finding a lot of pace late in this run. He's working towards a top 5 at this point, trying to run down Chris Mackey through this traffic.
The only person that has more spots moved this race is the number 2 runner and the number 4, Daniel Miglin, up 13. Brian Matthews is the second most with 8 spots gained from where his qualifying position was early in this race. So has moved up, and it has been consistent all night, like you said, Amy.
Yeah, I'm liking to see this battle between a few of these guys inside the back of the top 10. You've got Michael Prince, Justin Fisher, and Brian Matthews now starting to go at it. Austin Hobart's just ahead of him in that red and white machine. You can see the lap car, Austin Norris up in the wall, trying to stay out of the way of these guys as they're battling for position. He knows Michael Prince is a playoff driver, doesn't want to be a burden to him. But Justin Fisher, I like what he's doing tonight. He's racing hard, but also racing with a lot of respect to the Championship 4. I've raced with Justin a few times, as you guys have as well, in the trucks. He's looking good, and he's going to get the move done on Prince. I've noticed Justin tonight. He hangs out, relaxes, and when somebody makes a mistake, that's when he's like, all right, give you a chance, give me the spot, see ya.
That's right.
Cool, calm, and collected, and that's what Stephen Blevins was, for most of the season. Sad to see him not running his best tonight, but yeah, just calm, consistent, and just wait for somebody else to mess up and say, I'll take that spot right here. And then 20 more laps go by and you say, I'll take one more spot right there, and just slowly make your way up.
Yeah, Blevins started 6th. He's gone a lap down now to the leader, Keith Fallon. Fallon has an 8-second lead over his teammate. 5 laps to go here in the stage. Daniel Miglin, fantastic job. 2-second lead over Bryce. Bryce, though, trying to run him down. He's finally got the move done on Tyler Smith. Smith's going to drop down to 4th, Mackey 5th, Hobart 6th, Fisher 7th, Matthews 8th, Prince 9th, and Graham in 10th. Jesse Graham showed some speed early, had that contact with Cody Morris. Bryce Keegan, he had a decent amount of contact there with the wall going into turn number 1. His car's wiggling a bit. He might have some damage.
He's having a real hard time keeping that thing under him.
Bryce is pushing really hard tonight. He was really upset that he wasn't able to advance into the next round of the playoffs. He had a lot of bad luck in the round of 8, had a few cautions that ended a few of his races earlier than he wanted to, didn't get to see it through to the end, but he's going to do everything he can to compete tonight. He told me earlier this week, Andy, I haven't been great in the playoffs, but I do want to go out the season with a bang. He wants a win, and he wants one now. The poor kid has had a lot of bad luck throughout the season, but Bryce doesn't look too bad out there tonight. running in the top 3 with the best of them.
Yes, sir. I think Young Buck can do it. He's showed potential all season. By all means, he's going to have good momentum going into season 2 for side draft, and just waiting for him to get it done. And he has looked good tonight. He has got pole position, been running up front with these guys. Tonight could be Bryce's night. Young Buck to get her done.
Top 4 are stretched out pretty far, but we've got a great battle now starting to heat up for 5th as Austin Hobart's working to the inside of Chris Mackey as they make their way into turn number 3. Mackey gets all the way up into the wall. Justin Fisher behind. Brian Matthews looking to clean up the crumbs if they're there. But right now, Austin Hobart got the move done on Mackey. Justin Fisher's working after him. Fisher wants a top 5 if he can get it. Mackey's just going to let these guys kind of go by. They're on a different strategy. Mackey knows he needs to save those tires for later in the race after he had to use that set to get the stage 1 win, as Brian Matthews is now going to work to the inside of Mackey, and the caution is out.
And that is stage break.
Keith Fallon, stage number 2 winner. That came quick, a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. I just forgot Keith was.
But you better buckle
so
up,
far
brother,
ahead.
because this stage 3 is going to be a doozy.
Faster than the second place driver, that's what happens.
28 laps led in stage number 2 for Keith Fallon. Rocketed ahead by 8 seconds over his teammate in second. Teammate in second had a pretty good lead over Bryce. So the Hollywood Performance Fords are on point, working well together. Remember, this is fixed setup racing, so it's all on the skill of the drivers. These guys don't bring their own setups to the track. They use the standard iRacing setups, so everybody's got the same stuff. It's all about the driver using their tires, saving, management. It's a lot of skill behind the wheel to get that big of a gap over the field in the championship race for Keith as he's going to dive towards pit road. Pit stops now are underway at the break.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, if it looks like Meglin's kind of a little slower into the pit lane. Maybe a little strategy here to slow up the pack behind his teammate Fallon. Just a mile per hour or 2, nothing crazy, nothing illegal.
Few of the lap cars staying out to try and get the wave around as we're seeing everybody else making their scheduled pit stops. Bryce Keegan pulling towards that number 1 stall. He started on pole tonight. Chris Mackey right there behind him. Let's see who wins the battle off of pit road. I expect it to be the number 40 of Keith Fallon. That's going to give him the clean air, but no, it looks like Daniel Miglin might be on a different strategy. He's going to be close to his teammate off pit road. It's going to be Fallon, Miglin, Smith, nope, Keegan, then Smith.
You buddy.
Looks like it might be Smith. I think it gave it to him.
I think Smith was across.
That was close. It looked like he had it on my end, but you know what it's time to do. It's time to dial up that stage number 2 winner, the 40. Let's get Keith Fallon in the booth.
Keith!
Hello.
I got a new nickname for you, brother.
Oh, God.
What's that?
Keith the Vacuum Fallon, dude, sucking up all that clean air out there front and just putting a show on. Almost 8-second lead in front of everybody when you got out there, dude. Do you like it? Do you like the vacuum?
Sure.
No, I told him, I said, I don't think anybody at the bar is going to appreciate that one. I don't think that's going to get very far. They're going to have a field day with that one.
I love Charlotte, so you can call me whatever you want to call me.
Yeah, it's looking a lot like Texas with you and your teammate working up there together, doing a great job managing the pace. But it looked like you took some tires there to give yourself an advantage to pull away from the field. Stage number 3, you might not have that offset between the rest of the Chip 4 drivers. What do you expect to do when you get some pressure in your rear view?
We'll see how many tires I got left. I think I should have plenty.
All right.
Well,
plenty.
How are the comms with you and your teammate Miglin? I know he's going to be your number 1 fan tonight. He's been pretty helpful with you going through all of this.
Oh yeah, we've been talking. All 3 of us have been talking, going over strategy, what we think might be the best way to play out the rest of the race, and as usual, I think we work very, very well as a team, and I'm very thankful for the team that I do have.
Yes, sir. Don't count out Jamin. He's doing pretty good out there tonight in 11th. Well, good luck to you in stage number 3. Hopefully we get to hear from you at the end of this. Get after it, buddy, and go lead some laps and try and win that championship. Hopefully we hear from you soon.
Yeah,
All right,
go win it
appreciate
for
it.
your dad.
Luck, Keith.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really cool. Keith's scheme is a direct replica of his dad's dirt late model. It looks so good side by side as the pace car is going to make its way off towards pit road. The number 40 Hollywood Performance Ford side by side with his teammate. The green flag is out in stage number 3. The last stage of the season is underway for Side Draft Racing League. Here we go. There's only 90 laps to go or less to decide the championship. Fallon is pulling away. Bryce Keegan second, Miglin third. Tyler Smith's going to tag the wall. He's got Chris Mackey behind him. And there's contact. It's Justin Fisher into the wall. That's going to bring out the yellow for sure.
And I think that had the playoff driver Michael Prince in there. I seen a banner through there, but I guess not.
Yeah, he got.
Oh, there it is. Caution, caution.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he took some front damage. It looks like that splitter is maybe. See something out of that. I don't know. It may be just enough to be annoying. I don't know how slow that's going to make Michael Prince. I know he doesn't have a fast repair.
I don't think Prince got a lot of damage. It looks like Fisher got loose or just didn't see Michael trying to go low on the exit. Looks like it might have been a little bit of iRacing netcode, but Fisher did start to work down the track. I don't think he knew Prince was there. Prince did everything he could to try and back out of it and limit the contact. Light contact to the front of the car. I don't think it's going to be anything significant for Prince that can hold him up. If anything, he can get on pit road, get it fixed up quick, since he's already used that fast repair, and he'll be fine. But bad break there for Justin Fisher. He was having a great run.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I think he'll get
man.
it fixed up.
Yeah, Michael Prince, he's just in, one of those situations where he's got to get through the pack to get back to, the actual, top 4, racers in this thing. It's unfortunate that he's just collected in this.
So we've seen these drivers run about 30-ish laps on fuel. I'm surprised some of these guys aren't topping off a little bit. If you're in the back to maybe one-stop this, could be advantageous.
Yeah.
But if we get more cautions, you can save.
Especially
make the one stop.
if you're Michael Prince, maybe get a splash now.
Yeah, to fix some damage,
Oh,
get
yeah,
a splash.
he'll get a splash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on pit road. Looks like Michael's just going to go ahead and try and fix that damage. Let's take a look at the front of that race car. Looks like it's not too banged
they
up.
told him not enough damage to fix. They said, "You're good, brother. Get out there."
Yeah, it looks fine for Michael. With the way that these stage 3s have gone in SDRL, if you're Michael, I wouldn't be in panic mode. There's so many laps left. We've seen him drive through the field. As we said before the race, most passes of any driver, most top 5s, we know Michael Prince is going to do what he does best, and that's put on a show driving through the field back to the front of this thing. We've seen him do it a few times. He's had some penalties, had to start from the back, started from the back without qualifying and torched through the field. So I think we're going to see him at his best. It's time to buckle up and get after it if you're behind the wheel, that 31. I'm excited to see what Prince can do.
He ain't going to have to serve no penalties next week.
Damn straight, Bubba.
Hey, not wrong. Not wrong.
It does help out, these guys that are trying to make this tire set last a bit longer. Someone like Chris Mackey, get a little bit more cautions in stage number 3. He said he was down a set and was a little worried, but Keith used a set, so he's got the same amount as Keith. Tyler Smith, I think, is the best on tires out of the Championship 4, along with Michael Prince. They've been saving their stuff for later in this race. Just depends on how many cautions and how long these runs are, how much they're going to have to use. Keith, you see him pulling up alongside the pace car there to get the car shut off to try and save fuel. Pretty smart there from him, just trying to roll it. But Tyler Smith is in striking position. We've seen him battle Keith all night long. But the teammate of Keith Fallon, Daniel Miglin, too, is outside. Going to slow up Tyler Smith on that restart. And Bryce
Chris
Keegan.
Mackey.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Keegan's right
both
there.
of them are right behind Miglin.
It's exactly what you want if you are Keith. Miglin had a misshift last week at Homestead that lost him track position on the last restart, but it hurt Bryce Keegan and Terry Vincent. There's still the...
That would be...
Lingering.
Still the,
so terrible for Keith Fallon if Daniel Miglin had a misshift.
Well, he said he started in the wrong gear, is what he said, and he honestly made that mistake. But the biggest race start of the season, I don't know. There's some conspiracy there, but mistakes happen. Mistakes
Put my
happen.
tinfoil hat on.
Pace car lights are out. We're getting ready to go. They're stacked up 2 by 2. Fallon to the inside. Miglin to his outside. Row number 2, you've got Keegan Smith. Row number 3, you've got Hobart and Mackey. Pace car is off. We are going towards the restart zone. Keith Fallon's going to lead them through the zone. Grip it, rip it, and sip it. We are green. Keith gets away well, and Dingo Miglin does not. Bryce Keegan's going to go to the inside, challenge Tyler Smith. Miglin, though, does enough to keep the spot over Bryce, making their way into turn number 1. That means it's going to be Fallon and Miglin, 1-2. Keegan and Smith are going to fight it out for third.
Yeah, and a lot of these drivers got to remember, these tires are still cold. They only got about a half a lap in before that other caution came out from the stage break, so these cars may be a little loose.
Michael Prince is up to 9th. He is scorching through these cars as quick as possible. He's already gotten around Jamin Bernhardt. He's already working at the back of Jesse Graham. Michael Prince is trying to go forward as quickly as possible to make up the time lost. He can see Mackey and Smith just ahead of him. Bryce Keegan, though, he is right in line behind the leaders. He got around Tyler Smith. That puts Chris Mackey in position now behind Smith. We're going to see what Mackey can do if he's got some pace in that car. They're both working towards the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 3. Keith Fallon out front, leading the Chip 4 drivers at this stage. Lap 119 of 2 Hundo.
Here it is, Flashback City, baby. Texas.
It just rolls reversed. Yeah, this is it.
Keith Fallon just set the fastest lap of the race, a 29.15. He is flying. That car is on rails. Bryce Keegan is looking, though, at his teammate on the inside off of turn number 4. Keegan's starting to show some pace here late in the race. We saw it early from him, but Michael Prince, he's already caught Brian Matthews. He's up to 7th, trying to catch Chris Mackey now, just ahead of him. Michael Prince is going forward quick.
Yeah. Here it comes. Here it comes. If you were Keith, there's a reason he set that fast lap, because he is trying to get all the separation he can, because here comes the train of Championship 4 drivers behind him. Started out with Tyler Smith, Chris Mackey, and Michael Prince, and they're going to do their best to get around Bryce Keegan and Daniel Miglin right there. And
there's the move on the inside of Hobart. Michael Prince has already gotten around him. He's caught Chris Mackey in just a couple of laps. If he can get this move done down the backstretch, and no! Hobart and Prince, big contact. Another caution, just like the last one. It's going to be more nose
Some of
damage
these
for
drivers
Prince.
just aren't used to Michael Prince's aggressive driving styles, or doesn't realize how fast he is coming up on him.
I think Michael Prince is not waiting.
They don't know about the Intimidator, dude.
Michael Prince is not waiting. He thought the 74 was going to be closer to the wall there off the corner. You see that 74 turn off the top line into the front of the 31, and Prince doesn't back out of it at all. He's going to give him the old potato Olay, send him to the inside, and a little bit of netcode contact to the front of the car for Prince. And you could see that damage on the nose of that car again, so Prince is probably going to have to bring it back down pit road to get it fixed. Tough break for him.
Tough break.
Hopefully it's only a couple of minutes, and he'll stay on the lead lap. It looks like it shouldn't be too much damage, but he's going to start in the back of the pack again and have to redo everything he just did.
I think it depends on when they called the caution, because he's up past Graham behind Matthews still.
Yeah, but it's going to take him a couple of laps to fix all that damage, I would assume. It's probably going to be a 2.5 minute fix.
Yeah, it could be anywhere between a minute, 10 to 2 minutes, I think. We'll see how long he sits on pit road. He's probably going to wait until the very last second to get it out of there. That'll give him another splash of gas. So he'll have a fuel advantage if we can go green, but Michael Prince, we could tell right now he is not backing out for anybody that doesn't have a blue banner on their windshield. He wants to get back up to the front and race for a W. 7 wins on the season for that driver. He wants to make it 8 tonight. Going to do everything that he can to get it done, and we've seen that early.
So fast repair being used, so it's doing it the hard way. Try to get everything he can fix that he can.
No tires going on that race car. Luckily, he didn't slide. Won't burn up a set from the 2 cautions that were caused, or sorry, that he was involved in.
Hobart had a fast spare, and you see him out and away.
Yep, Michael Prince looks like the lone man on pit road on the lead lap. But I mean, he's still gonna come out 14th as Danny Jackson gets around him from the lucky dog. So he's still within the top 15. He's pretty well within striking distance to get the run and get back up there and go battle for it. But you boys know what it's time for. We've talked about it all season long. It's Juicy Spider Graphics. Let's rip one of their commercials. What do you boys say?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Perfect for a Care Bear break.
We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Spider Graphics, best in the business. Your need for graphic designs. They've got a team of guys that could do pretty much anything with 3D animation. They're very talented individuals. 3D, 2D animation, posters, graphics, you name it, they've got it all. Hit them up at Juicy Spider Network. You can find them on Twitch, or not on Twitch, sorry, YouTube, Twitter. They've got it all. Pace car lights are out. Keith Fallon getting ready to lead them again as we are getting ready to go green after that caution involving Michael Prince. He's going to be put a full lap down, so now he has to fight for the lucky dog. Green flag is out. Keith Fallon's going to lead him through the restart zone. Grip it, rip it, and sip it. Daniel Miglin holding up Tyler Smith. Chris Mackey, though, he's on the inside line behind Bryce Keegan. Keith Fallon gets away well. Miglin's going to try and cover off Keegan, but Keegan's going to work to his inside, and Tyler Smith slides in line behind Bryce. Let's see what Bryce can do as they make their way down the backstretch. Bryce trying to get a run in turn number 3 on the 4, but don't know if he's going to get the move done. Miglin holds him off as he's racing towards the back of his teammate, sliding up the racetrack. Could open up the door for Bryce as they make their way off turn number 4 into the tri-oval. It is. Bryce Keegan is there. He's still attacking Miglin. Tyler Smith, Chris Mackey behind. Couple non-playoff drivers in the mix here up front, but now here comes Tyler Smith looking to make it 3 wide potentially off of turn number 2, but Bryce Keegan's going to clear him. And no, Tyler Smith and Daniel Miglin, there's contact. Miglin's around. That's going to move him out of the top 5. Tyler Smith involved with that one. Big nose damage on the 23.
Keith Fallon just lost his lifeline.
Well, he's got another one of Bryce Keegan behind him right now, but shoot, buddy.
Tell you what, the only person that's happier than anybody else right now, Michael Prince, because he still had that damage. He still has a couple of minutes left, it looks like, or at least a minute or so.
Yeah, he'll get the
try
win
to
around.
get that back.
See it looking just like the last incident with Prince as Tyler Smith got up into the 4. And Tyler Smith is going to have to fix that damage. You could see the front of his race car is really pushed in, way worse than it was for Prince. Bad break for Miglin, but worse for championship contender Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith probably still has a fastest there, though.
That's going to slide Mackey up, position-wise. And now you see Michael Prince in the 31 quickly getting the lucky dog. So that's a huge break for the 31, bringing him back into contention onto the lead lap. Looks like he's got that damage, I think, fixed up on that car. No, there's a little bit more right front cosmetic, but if he can get around and get a little bit more of that damage done under another caution, then he should be good to go, and I don't think that it's going to slow him down too much. As we see Tyler Smith, he's opting for pit road. Fallon, Keegan, Mackey staying out, and that's going to put Mackey in the best position to go challenge Keith.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I like that spot a lot.
yeah.
What were you saying, Bubba?
I think I like the position that Chris Mackey's in right now. I think that he is in a position to strike. I think Tyler has got to come down and maybe try to get some damage, and it's still early in stage 3. Keith is just going to try to be a vacuum and suck up all that clean air, and fuel save right now, I think, is the biggest thing for Keith is fuel saving. We haven't had a long run to where tires are really an issue for any of these guys right now. So gas, I'm sure, is what Keith is trying to cut down right now.
Tyler Smith's damage was not as significant as Michael Prince's, as a lot of that fiberglass popped right out pretty quickly, something that Michael Prince didn't have the luck of the draw for how long it's going to take to fix his car. And it looks like Tyler Smith got pretty much everything taken care of without using the fast repair.
Good break for him. Sorry I had to take a Jerry break as well. I rushed through that one.
So, Michael Prince back in here still trying to get that, right front, panel popped out, and it just, we can't see how much time he's got left on it, but man, he's just waiting.
It's popping out.
And there it is.
Slowly but
Bang.
surely.
He's done.
Well, it's still got some, it looks like, on my screen, but
yeah, it may be optional.
He was not going to go. Yeah, he was not going to go a lap down for it this time.
No, but it's enough to manage at this point. It's a little bit better than what it was. So if he gets a caution again, gets a routine pit stop, it might be like a second or two, maybe a little bit more on pit road, but it might be something he can chip away at now throughout the race, and his car is just going to get better. But I think he should be good enough to just go race how he wants to without having to worry about it. Just don't think about it, chip away at the damage, and try and get up there at the front as long as there's more cautions for him.
Yeah, Absolutely. If you look at the rear chase camera, you can kind of see just how much it's kind of pushed in a little bit. I don't think it's going to be enough to really matter here at Charlotte, Daytona, or Talladega or something like that. You might be a little worried, but you did catch a little bit of draft here, but he's going to be working his way through the dirty air and trying to get it back up to the front for these guys to battle.
Yeah, the drama has ensued in the championship race. It has been a lot to watch. Really interesting. We're on lap 130 of 200. Leaders Keith Fallon. 6 cautions for 17 laps tonight. 8 lead changes. So we are just now at the point where there's 70 to go. These guys are getting towards the fuel window that have stayed out in this stage. Pace car lights are out. It's time to get rolling again here in stage number 3. Keith Fallon has Chris Mackey behind him. Green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Chris Mackey's going to get the jump on Bryce Keegan. He's going to go to the inside. Let's see if Mackey can go ahead and challenge for second. Try and run down Fallon. Mackey's going to get a good run. He's putting those wheels really close to the apron on the bottom of the racetrack. Brian Matthews up to 4th, having a great run. Justin Fisher, after his caution and a little bit of damage, he's back up there, and the caution flag is back out. Another yellow flag.
Who's on it this time?
Looks like Austin Norris.
Let's go see what happened to Austin.
You see a lot of cars there, 3 wide, off of turn number 2. As you see Norris getting into the back of the 15.
There's Jesse Graham. He'd had a pretty decent day up to this point as well.
Luckily, though, look at Michael Prince and Tyler Smith, both relatively close to that one. But like we said,
Michael Prince said, no, not
Prince,
today.
with this caution, should be able to clear that damage out. So that's another huge break. The cautions have fallen one after another to help out Prince.
We seen it last week, dude. We seen it last week. I mean, we watched some playoff drivers get, in wrecks and be able to get their damage fixed and get their laps back, in stage 3, because we had so many cautions in stage 3, and they can happen fast, and you can get that lucky dog real quick. Stop in, get a couple, 30 seconds of damage repaired, and go. So
Chris Mackey's
Yeah,
on
We
the
have
apron.
to assume these playoff drivers, they've all got 2 sets of tires left, and we've only got...
I think it's pit stop time. Keith Fallon's going to stay out. Bryce Keegan does a wiggle towards pit road. Cody Moore, Austin Hobart, Stephen Blevins going to take here. Like the move there. Michael Prince, as expected, he's going to roll towards pit road. If he can get a good stop here over some of these guys, just fix damage, maybe gas and go, he might get some track position back. Could put him back up into the top 10. Let's see what Michael Prince does on the pit lane.
You kind of want to see what.
Said they've got 2 sets of tires left from what I've been seeing, so we're getting close. You know, I assume probably 150 they're going to try to put new shoes on and hope another one comes out at 175 and do the same exact thing.
Yeah, you can see that damage right front, Michael Prince. The invisible crew there going to work.
They just hammered it out.
They're getting the bear bond and the sledge out there, and
Speed
they're beating the crap out of that
Speed
thing. The invisible boys are going to work yet again on that number 31. It's been the story here all night in stage 3, but it's hard to look away from Keith. Ever since he's gotten the lead in stage number 2, Keith Fallon has done a great job managing. He has now led 50 laps in this race. Chris Mackey, he has led 21. Tyler Smith has led 9, and Michael Prince 8. Bryce Keegan, the other main lap leader, he's got 29 laps led at the start of this thing, running second, having a fantastic run.
Michael Prince, car is clean. He's ready to go. They put in some work. The big boys straightened her out real nice.
Good break there for Michael Prince. Now it's just all about keeping it clean, buddy. I know you want to get up there and race, but you can't do it without a race car, pal.
Yeah.
You know what to do. Get after it, but you got to be smart. A few of these guys, though, that haven't been involved in anything in the Championship 4, you hate to see it happen to them late. You know, they've had all the things fall their way. Guys like Mackey and Fallon. I mean, Mackey had that tire use there in stage 1 to go snipe the win, but he is right there behind the leader again for this restart.
Considering they've had 15 laps of pace laps, you know, it seems like everybody's back on the same tire strategy.
Mm-hmm. Well, the last pit lap for the top few drivers is 111. Tyler Smith pitted lap 128 after he had that incident with damage to get it fixed up. Michael Prince just pitted. But a lot of these guys have been out there the whole stage with 20 laps on this car. I'm surprised we didn't see gas and goes here, but maybe they're expecting another caution or trying to make a different strategy out of it. Lights are out on the pace car. Keith Fallon and Bryce Keegan side by side. We're getting ready to go towards the restart zone. The number 40, Hollywood Performance Ford, yet again. Going to practice those restarts for when he needs it most. Late in the race, green flag is out. Let's grip it, rip it, and sip it as Keith Fallon gets away well. But Chris Mackey, he got a great jump. He's going to go to the inside of Bryce, and Chris Mackey could be challenging for second. He is challenging.
That was a great restart by Chris Mackey. Time Keith's restart up there. So I bet you Keith's taking notes on for late in this race. Hey, Mackey's behind me. He's got my restarts down. I need to try something different. Go earlier in the zone or later in the zone.
Look at that
even
entrance.
the other restart before the other caution, he had a great restart as well, and he went up to go block Bryce and
tagged the wall.
That was kind of dangerous.
3 wide going through the tri-oval back there.
I know you got Tyler Smith with Michael Prince right behind him now, battling it out for 7th, a few of those drivers. But the battle for the lead is on between 2 championship drivers. It's hard to look away from that as Keith Fallon's starting to get some pressure in this one. It's the number 9 of Chris Mackey getting that really low entrance center of the corner, getting both of those tires right on that blue line, flirting with the apron, really trying to get everything he can out of the racetrack, working that bottom line. But Keith has to use that clean air and aero dump the 9 as much as he can, but we'll see what Chris can do.
You're flirting with danger putting those wheels on that blue line, I tell you what.
Flirting with disaster. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Tyler Smith working the inside of Danny Jackson. Michael Prince is kind of watching right now. learning. Maybe see what Keith, or not Keith, but Tyler does here to get around Danny Jackson. I believe his time as well to try to get in
I
there.
just follow him now.
I was gonna say I
Here
get
I
up there.
come.
Yeah. Maybe a little cautious, being finally got that race car fixed up, but he's getting some pressure from behind as well from Daniel Miglin. So.
Yeah, Miglin has been the equivalent to a fly around Michael Prince that he just can't swat away, and it's slowing him down. He's just sitting here and just like, hey, my teammate's out front. Hey, what are you doing? What are you up to? And he's like, God damn it, get away from me. And he just
Check out Cody Moore. Cody Moore has been up and down throughout the field a few times tonight, as we're going to see Miglin and Moore go side by side in the turn number 3. But Tyler Smith right now is putting on a clinic through this traffic, getting his way forward from the track position lost from the caution he was involved in, as he's working the inside of Justin Fisher, going to clear him through the tri-oval. Got Brian Matthews in his sights for 4th, but Chris Mackey is still trying to run down Keith. Gap is just about under half a second. Bryce Keegan's hanging out behind him, as we're seeing Tyler Smith, Brian Matthews, Justin Fisher working it for 4th. Smith now working the high side of the racetrack, trying to get a run off Matthews. We've seen Tyler do this a few times tonight, where he gets up top and then shoots down to the bottom off the corner to get the passes done, using that momentum, doing a great job setting him up. We're seeing him here in turn number 1 and 2, going high. See Matthews slide up the racetrack, and Tyler Smith, there he goes, turning down to the bottom. He's going to get a run down the backstretch and challenge into turn number 3. Great move again from Tyler Smith. Love what I'm seeing. His passing tonight has been impeccable.
Justin Fisher watching that, he says, oh man, that was kind of nice. I'm going to follow you here too.
Yeah, he does. I tell you what, though, if we do end up having the green flag pit, I absolutely can call it now. Tyler Smith is going to take gas and he's going to take rights, and that is it. And he's going to be out there. If he thinks Fallon's going to take 4, he's going to take 2 to try to make up that lost time, and then pray for a caution late in this race to get 4 new ones on.
Yeah, that worked out for him at Vegas when he got some track position there. We've seen Tyler Smith pull off those late race strategies. Sorry to cut you off, Bubba. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, we've seen him do it before. It wouldn't be the first time.
Yep, and I know that's what everybody's thinking. And now if you're Keith, what do you listen to your crew chief saying, hey, let's take all 4, knowing damn well that everybody behind you probably ain't.
Old Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, poor bastard. Oh my, poor Denny.
I am sure that the Hollywood Performance radio chatter is all about strategy right now. I'm sure Jamin and Daniel have put in their inputs, maybe even trying a little bit different things for him to maybe see that way he can keep the lead and focus on that as they're trying out different strategies, different lines for him. One's trying to save fuel for him. I mean, this is where teammates can come into play in a race like this. Tyler he has Guerrero right now, so maybe Guerrero's doing the same thing. We've seen Guerrero at Dover win the race on a strategy, all-star race, different things. Guerrero's always been good at that stuff, so I'm sure him and Tyler are in conversations. I don't know if Ryan Castleberry's here tonight. He's not racing, but he might be in the chat. So where you have teammates, it is a big advantage right now. I don't know if Mackey and Prince are in the same channel, but I know the last couple of races they have been racing together, but I'm sure right now when the championship's on the line that there's no conversation between them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them hanging out in the general chat, so they're almost like they're talking basically in the radio, to everybody. Yeah. The only people that aren't is Hollywood. Bryce Keegan said, I'm not listening to all of you. He went over to HOR and then Highline.
Yeah, and that's where I don't know if Bryce has been one of the drivers had some surgeries. I think old Brian had surgery and hadn't been able to race with him. And
Bryce didn't have surgery, did he? No.
Who?
Just Brian. Brian.
Yes, I said Brian.
Oh, he said Bryce.
Oh.
He said Bryce.
Brian had surgery.
Bryce's team pretty much fell apart.
Yeah. So he's been a Lone Ranger out there for a while. But Young Buck is finding some speed, catching the back of Chris Mackey a little bit. So
Speaking of speed, 3.3 seconds off the leader in 7th position is Michael Prince. Got the move done on Matthews and Meglin. And now he's starting to run down Cody Moore for 6th. Prince is doing a great job maintaining pace in relative to Keith. A little bit quicker than him the last couple of laps. Trying to reel him back in, get himself back towards the front. But tonight, Keith does have the fastest lap of the race by a 1/10.5 over the field. And we're seeing that speed from him out front as he's definitely pulling away from Mackey. But I don't know how
well, you say that.
his
The
tires
last
are
lap,
going to hold.
Mackey was 0.2 quicker.
Yes, he was.
He's got a little help from Bryce.
I just don't know how long Keith's tires are going to hold. It's reminding me of Denny Hamlin at Phoenix when he would get those big runs, and then we saw William Byron, reel him back in later in the runs. If Keith feels like he's got a good car, he might be pushing it a little too hard, or he's trying to say, you know what, I am pulling away. Maybe I can, kind of let up a little bit.
yeah,
Save some tires. Keep that half-second or greater gap. Tyler Smith stuck behind Bryce Keegan, trying to make that gap shrink, but struggling a little bit there in that dirty
Chris
air from the
Mackey's
two cars.
down low.
Yeah,
Chris Mackey's
he's
using
using
the
that set.
undercut.
He's going to use that first set of 2 sets of tires he's got. He's going to take them, and we'll see if he just grabs the rights or if he takes all 4.
Yeah, it's honestly good to be the first guy on pit road if this is going to be a full green flag cycle.
Yeah, Chris Mackey, Justin Fisher, Brian Matthews, Danny Jackson.
It's going to move Prince up to 5th. Tyler Smith now in 3rd. Back of Bryce Keegan. Bryce is going to pit. That's going to give Tyler clean air, as well as Cody Moore behind Tyler Smith. Looks like Michael Prince is going to stay out there to just try and go long. He's got clean air ahead of him, so he can push late in this run before his pit stop. But as we know, Michael Prince, he was fixing damage. He has more gas than a lot of drivers on the racetrack. So Prince can go pretty long if he wants to get some clean air and stay out there before making his stop. And he might be able to one-stop to the end of this thing. Could be a huge advantage.
For those wondering, Mackey did take all 4.
Yep.
So now we got to really see who's going to take 2 and hope for a caution, or who's going to just stick with it and take 4 and hope for a really good pit entrance and exit.
Yeah, Mackey's going to be a lap down, but he's 12th. We'll see where Bryce Keegan and Mackey fall in line. Brian Matthews looks like he's going to get ahead of Bryce. So is Chris. So Chris has to get around Brian Matthews and Brandon Kelly for some track position to get after it. But we're seeing Michael Prince, Cody Moore, Justin Fisher. Fisher a lap down. He's already made his pit stop. But Keith is still out front.
I think he had some trouble on pit
Huge
lane.
lead.
I seen finding his box. I think he had to adjust in his box.
Yeah, Justin Fisher, he did.
Yeah.
Huge lead for Keith, 3 seconds. Tyler Smith falling off the pace a little bit. Don't know if he's trying to run long and save fuel or what the plan is for that 23, but we have seen it before, the off-the-wall strategy. Michael Prince, though, working the outside line, starting to catch Tyler Smith. Keith Fallon hits pit road.
I'll keep an eye on him to let you know how many tires he takes.
That's going to make Tyler Smith the leader again. He's led a few times in this race. He should be pretty close to his pit window, but I'm curious to see what Michael Prince does. You don't want to wait too long when all these guys start to put tires on the race car, but if you are Prince and you have the fuel, you can run long, wait for a caution, or get some fresher tires at the end of the run and then get after it late in the race. We saw Cody Moore do that in Stage 2, make up a lot of ground.
Keith Fallon, only 2. Only took rights. He's out.
2-tire stop for the number 40.
So Keith Fallon is going to be hoping for a caution come 175-ish to put 4 brand new shoes on. He only took 2. He's going to keep that lead substantially after this pit cycle for sure.
You see Fallon, and then there's Mackey. A couple seconds behind him. Mackey took 4. Fallon's on 2. So Mackey has the ability to push and try and run down Keith. Tyler Smith still your leader. Cody Moore 2nd. Michael Prince 3rd. Tyler Smith has got to be close on gas.
I don't know if they've got crew chiefs in their ears telling them how many tires everybody took, but if you're Michael Prince and Tyler Smith and you know that Keith, who was ahead of you by a couple of seconds, only took 2, you've got to take 2, right?
I don't know. Mackey's not too far behind Keith at this point. He's about a half straightaway back. with the fresher stuff, he has the ability to push. Big gamble there for Keith, in my opinion, and only go with 2, being the fastest guy on the track.
He lost it at Vegas, and he watched Hamlin lose the championship on 4. So I think I think he's like, I'm not going to let history repeat itself 3 times over.
Michael Prince working around Cody Moore. That's going to move him up to 2nd behind Tyler Smith. He's going to try and run him down now under 2 seconds between Smith and Prince. Smith pitted last, lap 128. Prince, lap 132. Everybody pitting right now around 155. So these guys can go long. And I think that's the goal for Tyler Smith.
Hope for a caution?
I think just go long and save your stuff, get fresher tires. Because all of those guys are a lap down. If they start to unlap themselves, that's when you can think about it. But Keith Fallon having to work through a little bit of traffic here, as well as Chris Mackey. Mackey's lost a little bit of time, looking slower. Don't know if he's got a problem, or if Keith is just rolling that hard on these fresh tires.
I don't see any immediate damage on the car. It's still gripping down at the bottom of turn 1 and 2 fairly easy. I think he's just running considerably slower.
Well,
I mean,
boys,
granted, he did run a 30.4, which is fast. But, you know, Keith Fallon run a 29.5. Like, brother, that thing is a rocket ship right now.
I think Tyler's on a fuel-saving mission.
Yes, sir. I think he is as well. It could be a, I don't want to say it, but it could be a gas and go for Smith. Could be a huge gamble. If he can save enough, and Prince honestly might be in the same boat, but with Keith setting these heaters, you got to think about tires sometime soon, because with that undercut strategy, Keith Fallon has now caught the back of Michael Prince. You can see how much more speed he has trying to unlap himself. Miglin running long. Same strategy as Prince and Smith.
Just Tyler and Michael are the only ones out on the same strategy, but...
Well, something to note, too. We saw Cody Moore, Hobart, and Blevins pit under that last caution. So those guys have a lot more in the tank. So they can go pretty long. Cody Moore, we've had a lot of pace out of him tonight. He is in position to have a pretty good day, depending on how his strategy plays out. Running 4th right now. Doing a darn good job so far in this race.
He's still trying to work around Michael Prince, try to get his lap back. Is there door to door going into 3?
I think we said it best whenever everybody was green flag stopping and the caution came out to mess up Mackey's strategy early in this race. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that Tyler Smith and Michael Prince are thinking the same thing. They're like, we're just hoping for a caution. As long as I'm still in the lead, I'm going to run it till it's out of gas.
Prince ripping the fence. Miglin made his stop. Tyler Smith still out there, but Keith Fallon trying to run him down from a lap down. Unlap himself naturally. Could give him a huge advantage over everybody else. Yeah, there's the stop from the 23 of Tyler Smith. That's going to make Michael Prince.
How many tires he takes.
Michael Prince, your new leader.
Be next.
We'll see how long Prince can go.
Well, that unlaps Keith Fallon. So he did unlap himself.
Yeah, I expect to see those guys that pitted, you know, in that last caution be able to go a little bit longer. You're looking at Prince, Hobart, Blevins, Cody Moore, and here comes Michael Prince for pit road. Tyler Smith
with
leaving
2
his
tires.
box. Michael Prince, we'll see what he does. Blevins now the leader. First time he's led laps tonight. He's got a little bit of company. It's Austin Hobart. Chris Mackey, though, going to unlap himself naturally. That's big for Mackey.
Yep. Puts Tyler Smith, I believe, lucky dog situation. If a caution were to come out.
Fallon's lap time starting to fall a little bit, but we're seeing Cody Moore working towards Blevins as Austin Hobart's going to make his way towards pit road. So it's Blevins, Moore, Fallon, Mackey. Then you've got Michael Prince. Tyler
Prince
Smith.
took 4.
Smith.
Tyler Smith took 2. Michael Prince took 4.
That's going to drop Prince all the way down to 9th. He hasn't even exited pit road yet. Still working the apron to get back onto the racetrack as he's going to work up towards that blend line. Jamin Bernhardt working towards the back of the 31. So you're going to see Prince in 9th with a lot of ground to make up on Keith Fallon. Cody Moore, the leader, as Stephen Blevins pits. And now you're seeing Tyler Smith go ahead, unlap himself from Cody Moore.
Yeah, and just like that, Michael Prince is 13 seconds behind Keith. Holy.
Yeah, but with fresher tires, by 10 laps, Keith's times have already started to drop. He's running 33.3. Cody Moore's going to pit. That's going to make Keith Fallon the leader, Chris Mackey second, and Tyler Smith third. Big gap between the top three. But Michael Prince is up to 6th. He's gotten around lap traffic, and now it's just Brian Matthews between Prince and Smith. And I expect Prince to be pedaled to the metal to the end of this one.
Yeah, I think so
Stays
too.
green. I'm not sure. I'm not sure Keith has enough gas if this stays green all the way
Michael
through.
Prince just ran a 29.3 to Keith Fallon's 30.1. Tyler Smith 30.4, Mackey 30.4. So Fallon the quickest of the top 3, but Prince by far the quickest of the championship 4. Once he gets around Matthews, he's going to have a lot of clean air to work with.
I know Michael Prince should have enough. You know, granted, he pitted at like 165, so I know he's got 35 laps of fuel. With Fallon pitting at
154.
160, I don't know that he has 40 laps of fuel on that thing.
Well, Fallon pitted 154, Mackey 150, Smith and Prince 164, 165. So Fallon and Mackey might need to make another stop, which could be critical deciding this race.
If there's not a caution, if this stays green, Michael Prince wins the race.
Oh, no.
Horses here. Hold your horses.
I think.
Hold your horses here. I mean, I will
I'm just saying, if it stays green, Michael Prince is the only one with enough gas to go the whole way.
Prince is a full second quicker than Tyler Smith, who's 2 seconds up the road from him. Man, oh man. He's zooming, dude.
I think there's some fuel strat. I think Keith and Tyler are both know that Michael Prince can make it on gas, and I think they are fuel saving.
Yeah,
we're seeing the cockpit of their car.
We're seeing Tyler Smith. He's running a 30.6. Keith Fallon 30.3. Mackey 30.3. He's starting to match Keith. Fresher tires, 6.5 seconds. Long gap between those two. About same strategy there. Mackey did pit before, so he undercut Fallon. So Mackey's got the least amount of fuel. Then Fallon, then Smith, then Prince. And Prince is really close now to catching Tyler Smith. He's going to have him in view here pretty soon. I would guess in the next 4 or 5 laps with how much quicker he's running on the racetrack.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It's coming down to a strategy race for Keith Fallon. Did he get it right? Did him and Mackey go too early? Or could a late race caution mix everything up?
A late race caution would
27 laps to decide the season for Side Draft Racing League with all 4 Championship 4 drivers in the top 4. Michael Prince is now under 11 seconds to the leader, and that gap continues to fall. I just don't know if he has enough to push for that long to go after him. Ran a 29.90 last lap. Zooming out there, and Tyler Smith starting to pick up the pace a little bit. He ran a 29.8. Smith's starting to catch Mackey.
Buddy, a caution right here would put the top 4 at
all
the restart,
together.
dude. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Chris Mackey, he's going to hit pit road. Here we go. He knows he doesn't have enough fuel, and he's going to pit right now. Chris Mackey is going to go ahead and opt for fuel It's most likely going to be a gas and go for the number 9 Chop House Restoration Chevrolet. But if Michael Prince and Tyler Smith have enough, that could be it for Chris. Keith Fallon, he's slow on the apron. Looks like he's going to opt for pit road, potentially. No, he's just fuel saving. I thought he was going to go down that time. You could tell Keith is really starting to save, running those mid-30s. And Tyler Smith is letting it rip. 29.97. Tyler Smith is lighting up the timesheets.
I think Keith has finally kind of realized that, like, hey, I need to start letting this thing down a little bit and just kind of keep an eye on my rearview mirror to whenever I start seeing Tyler Smith start creeping in there. That way he has enough to let her rip at the end.
Michael Prince, I think, is starting to realize that he needs to save to make it to the end because he's backed up his pace a bit.
Yeah, I have noticed that. It looked like Michael Prince was gaining about half a second a lap, and now he's back to, dead even with everybody. If not slower by a bit.
Seeing Keith Fallon still out front, working towards the back of Brian Matthews. Matthews a lap down. About to go 2 laps down to the number 40, but if Keith has to pit, it could bring Brian Matthews back into contention. Matthews has had a pretty good night, ran in the top 5 a few times. Seen him mixing and matching with Chip 4 up there. Chris Mackey came out 9th and a lap down after his pit stop. So the number 9 has a lot of work to do. He's back there with Miglin. So that tells me Keith 4 laps more than Mackey. I don't know if he can make that car go for 21 more laps. It's just so long to go. 46 laps on a tank. I don't think he's got it.
I don't see it happening.
I think he's got to gas and go. The thing is, it's just he's got to stretch that gap as much as he can. He shouldn't be saving. He's just got to push. And Tyler Smith, Michael Prince, I think is the battle we need to keep an eye on. It's kind of push and pull between these two drivers. We're seeing them trade the quicker lap time right now as Michael Prince starting to get that lap time a little bit quicker. Definitely keeping an eye on that fuel window. And Justin Fisher, he's going to pit. He's going to opt for pit road this lap. Another driver to keep an eye on that could let us know a lot is Jamin Bernhardt. Teammate of Keith Fallon and Daniel Miglin, pitted the same lap as Keith.
Yep.
Keith working through
and
Austin
Miglin
Norris.
Ran longer.
Norris tags the wall and he saves it up there. Keith is probably white knuckling it there for a second. 9 seconds to Tyler Smith, who we know is fuel saving. But Chris Mackey, so much work to do a lap down. He's going to need a caution to get back into this one.
We've got, looks like Brandon Kelly, Danny Jackson about to come out of pit road. Let's see if they can get out of there clean and not cause the caution, because if caution comes out now, oh boy.
I wonder if Mackey took tires.
18 laps to go for Keith Fallon. Has dominated since he's gotten the lead in this race. Has really shown us what he can do. Out front, he's led 86 laps tonight in this championship race, the most out of any driver. And it's going to come down to ounces of fuel.
The vacuum out there sucking up that clean air, hoping that vacuum pick up some fuel vapors and convert it to the gas tank.
I don't know if they've got enough weight restrictions to throw that in there in the car, through the radiator or whatever it may be, but we'll see.
Tyler Smith is looking in the rearview mirror because right now the number 31 of Michael Prince is starting to get a lot bigger. We're seeing Prince having pretty consistent lap times, and Tyler Smith, you can really tell he's saving now. 31.7 that last lap, and Keith Fallon, there it is. It's pit road for the number 40. He doesn't have enough in the tank. He knows he has to pit to make it to the end. The question is, does Michael Prince have enough? I don't know, because Tyler Smith hits pit road.
Oh, brother, here we go.
It's down to fuel for Michael Prince.
I called it.
He pitted on lap 165. We'll see where Chris Mackey comes out relative to Keith. Because that undercut from Chris Mackey getting on pit road early could be the decision factor for the number 9. If he was able to get out there, not have to save and just push.
Now.
We'll see where he's at. Keith Fallon starting to work off of pit road. He's getting up towards the backstretch. Tyler Smith is going to have Chris Mackey. No, Chris Mackey gets around Tyler Smith now. So it's going to be Fallon, Mackey, Smith. But Michael Prince, he's still out there. Does Michael Prince have enough to make it 15 more laps around Charlotte Motor Speedway under the lights? It's going to come down to ounces for the 31 if he could do it.
Oh, if you're hit,
if you're Michael Prince. Cars have been pitting at the 34, 35 lap mark, and he went and took his last pit stop at 165.
Keith Fallon is starting to go.
Michael Prince knows, dude. His last lap was 31-2.
Caution! The caution is out! We've got a yellow flag. It's Austin Norris again. No. Another yellow flag is going to be a huge factor for Michael Prince as Chris Mackey and Tyler Smith are a lap down. Keith Fallon on the lead lap. Only 4 drivers on the lead lap. That's going to be a huge break for Michael Prince trying to fuel save. He can now get a free stop, 4 tires and fuel, and have the advantage over the rest of the drivers that gas and goat under that last stop. This is big for Michael Prince, big for the championship.
It's huge. I mean, if you've got a set, obviously you put them on, you get enough gas. You know, a lot of these drivers, Tyler Smith, Chris Mackey, they've got to get a wave around. Keith Fallon is on the lead lap, so it's going to come down to Prince and Fallon.
Austin Norris making his way off of turn number 4. Tags the wall hard, and then he slides into the infield. Car goes around, looking like he's trying to make the chicane at the Roval the hard way, but he's backwards through the grass, brings out the caution again. And this race just got turned on its head. 8 caution tonight, boys, and it's going to be 10-ish laps to go. It's going to be a shootout.
So I don't have a crystal ball, but did I or did I not say Michael Prince has plenty of time to still go lead 20 laps and come our way and win this at the start of stage 3?
I think it was the cautions with the damage that really gave Prince the option to run long, get the biggest advantage to now take 4 tires. We're seeing that car go up on the jack. We know Prince is hitting tires. It's just going to be how many cars are between Fallon and Prince, because Fallon is the only guy staying out on the lead lap. Mackey and Smith going to have to take wave arounds as they are laps down. We're seeing Michael Prince get ahead of Hobart off of pit road, so it's going to be Fallon in first, Prince in second.
Here we go.
Those guys made their bed. They had to sleep in it. Michael Prince was going to try potentially to make it to the end on fuel, but now this is everything he needed to go out there and race for this one. But as you guys know, Chris Mackey did take tires on his stop. So he could have the tire advantage on Keith, on Tyler.
As he should.
And they're going to have some cars between those guys. I mean, looking at where they're lining up, Austin Hobart, Stephen Blevins are going to be between Mackey, Tyler Smith, and the front 2. So it's going to be a big decision now for those guys just trying to work their way through that traffic, how well they could do it. Tyler Smith, you can see him there waiting for the wave.
Oh, dude, I don't...
Chris Mackey, I believe, needs the wave as well. Or no, Chris Mackey's actually on the lead lap. He scored 5th.
Yeah, I don't...
But Tyler Smith is scored behind Chris. He needs the wave around, which is going to put him on the bottom. So we're going to have a lot of cars lined up on the bottom. It's going to be a weird look on this restart.
Yeah, and
but all 4 championship
Prince,
drivers.
I don't know what the rule is for scrubbing, but I'd probably warm those puppies up a little bit so that way you're ready to go.
He doesn't need to. He's got freshies on that thing. He can go run, dude. He's got He's got a 10-lap shootout to go rip those tires up as hard as he wants. The thing is Keith is going to have to get a jump and play defense like no other race this season.
Oh, yeah.
Because
if you want to play defense against anybody in this league, I tell you what, that 31 car is not who you want to play defense against.
Not when he's got
he ain't got a choice, brother.
Not with fresher tires. I mean, we've seen incredible pace out of Keith tonight, but the tire
There's no
offset
way.
is so big. It's huge. Chris Mackey, 5th.
Yeah, but if there's a person to be able to put the defense on Michael Prince right here, it is going to be Keith, because he knows what to do out in clean air. He knows how to manipulate the dirty air behind him. If he can jump this restart and get out in front, Michael Prince is going to have to drive his ass off to get around Keith Fallon for this championship.
Yeah, Justin
There's nobody better at
Fisher.
blocking than Keith.
Justin
Oh, I
Fisher,
know.
third car on the inside. He's going to be lapped down, so he should get a drop back on some of these guys here. I think he's going to have to go to the bottom and let some of them around. I don't know how iRacing is going to line them up.
I told you, there's Prince up there warming them tires up. He said, "I'm not getting loose on this. I am getting these things warm, and I'm about to send it."
It's going to be 9 laps to go for a championship for Side Draft Racing League.
And then you got Chris Mackey and Tyler Smith back there. If something happens between the top two, they're going to be looking. They're going to be looking as Chris Mackey's dropping.
One mistake. It could be one little mistake. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Chris here.
Unless he's trying
Did
to
he get
save.
a penalty? Chris had
He
to
may
drop
have
all the way to the
gotten a
back.
penalty.
I think he got a penalty.
Unless he is just
Chris
saving.
Mackey to the back behind all the lap traffic. The lights are about to go out on the pace car. This is awful for Chris.
Oh, it's huge.
4 cars are stacked up. Everybody else is single file. That is wild.
I mean, if I'm all those guys on the inside, I'd just say, Chris, go high. I don't want to fight you, buddy. Just get yourself back up there. But the problem is Daniel Miglin's in that line, and we know he's not going to move. The lights are out on the pace car. It's going to be a couple laps to decide this race, as it's Keith Fallon and Michael Prince side by side in the restart zone. Fallon's going to be the control car. Here we go. Green flag is out. Keith Fallon's going to get the jump through the restart zone. Michael Prince, he's going to try and challenge him on the outside. He slides in line behind him. They're 1-2. It's the number 40 of Keith Fallon and the 31 of Michael Prince making their way into turn number 1. Fallon's got the advantage for now, but those fresh tires for Prince are going to pay off. Let's see how it goes now. 9 laps inside the championship. Tyler Smith 5th. Chris Mackey in 9th.
If Michael Prince could have got alongside of Keith right there on that restart going in there, that's where his advantage would have been. But now that Keith's out front, Keith can put the blocking show on for the last 12 laps.
He's just got to warm those tires up. I think that's all he's doing. He's just got to warm them. He's just got to warm them tires up a little bit, and then he's going to start running.
Yeah, we're seeing Austin Hobart put a little bit of pressure on Michael Prince, but he knows what's at stake for him. Stephen Blevins giving some room to Tyler Smith, allowing him to get back up to 4th. Chris Mackey all the way back in this traffic. He's trying to deal with Daniel Miglin. Michael Prince, though, he's got to the back of Keith Fallon as they make their way off of turn number 4. Tyler Smith in 4th. It's Keith Fallon, Michael Prince 2nd, and Tyler Smith 4th. Getting ready to go here with 7 laps left to decide the championship at Charlotte. Prince is working the high side, trying to get a big run to catch Fallon down the backstretch.
And last time he did, he got a huge run to the back of the 40, and the 40 put the door shut going into turn 3.
Yeah, it looks like he knows that Prince wants that inside lane, so every time he gets a run, he just closes off that inside and says, "You're gonna have to take the long way, buddy." And it blocked him that first one, and now he's just recouping that momentum, but he's only got a couple of laps left to really try to figure this out.
Yeah, and he's also got a mirror full of Austin Hobart, who he's saying, "Come on, Michael, this is your chance to do it. Let's go." And it's allowing Tyler Smith to catch up to Michael Prince, but I'm amazed at the pace from Keith Fallon. His last lap, a 29.35. Michael Prince, 29.36. Tyler Smith, he ran a 29.26. So he's quicker than the cars ahead of him.
Oh, baby.
5 laps to go at the line for Keith Fallon. He is trying to hold him off to get the championship. Half a second the gap to second place. Let's see what Keith can do as he's trying to use that clean air to his advantage. Tyler Smith has caught Austin Hobart for 3rd. And Michael Prince has got to find the pace, but I don't know if he's got the tire warmed up.
These cars are being drove to the absolute limit right now. They are on rails. Shoo, buddy. 5 to go here at Charlotte for the championship of season 1 of Side Draft, and we have a absolute thrower right now.
I don't even know how Keith Fallon on older tires is able to run this car at the pace that he is. But, I mean, this dude is He's breaking the laws of physics right now. Michael Prince just trying his best. He's trying high, he's trying low, he's trying to figure it out. But
He is driving
that
the
40
absolute
car is
Oh, Michael Prince
freaking
tagged the wall
moving.
hard. Prince tagged the wall, and that's going to get Tyler Smith to the inside of Hobart. He's going to move up to third. Tyler Smith is giving it everything that he's got right now. But Keith Fallon's pace is incredible. He's stretched the gap now to Michael Prince to almost a second. As Prince is in second, Smith is in third, Mackey is only up to eighth. Mackey's going to need a miracle or a caution, as Keith Fallon's got both those left side tires on the line. 2 laps to go. 3 of the championship 4 in the top 3. The only thing Keith Fallon wants to see next time by is the white flag and not a yellow before he can get to it. But everybody's racing hard throughout the field at this point. They're tired. They're fatigued. It's 200 laps at Charlotte under the lights. These guys have been going at it now for a couple hours to decide this championship. And Michael Prince just didn't have enough on this last restart. He's got a second behind Keith Fallon. And Keith is going to see the white flag this time by. 1 more lap to decide it for Side Draft Racing League. It's the championship at Charlotte. We have seen Keith Fallon put on an absolute clinic. He's led 98 laps in the championship race. Ever since he's gotten the lead, he's pulled away. He's had a fantastic season, paying homage to his father, driving the same paint scheme in the number 40 Hollywood Performance Ford. 1 more corner to go. He can see the line now. He's making his way off of turn number 4. The checkered flag is waving. He's through the tri-oval. And Keith Fallon, he's your season 1 champion for Side Draft Racing League.
Nothing but a goddamn standing ovation for what he was able to just push that car to do. There is nothing. Words cannot explain what he was able to do to that car right there to pull that off. That is awesome.
driving the absolute crap out of it. The vacuum sucking up all the clean air out there. What a freaking season from Keith, the regular season champ. Getting it done here tonight to seal the championship. Oh, brother.
A lot of victory bumps. You can see all the cars lining up, trying to congratulate Keith. His teammate there, Jamin, Brian Matthews, trying to get up there to give him the celebratory bump. As you see Keith now, a champion for Season 1 for SDRL. He's ready to burn that thing down. I don't know. It might be a Polish victory lap from Keith.
He's going to go say what's up to everybody in the stands, you know. He's got to do what he can. He got to wave to all the fans. Then he's going to burn her down.
Got to tear that thing up, dude. You got to tear it up.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to, though, because, man, oh, man, that car tonight was absolutely on freaking rails.
Yes, sir.
We saw an insane performance from Keith tonight. One of the best we've seen all season long. He was out there wheeling and dealing. He got the first win of the season at Daytona, and he's going to get the last one here at Charlotte and crown himself as champion.
Well done all season, Keith. You have been a force all season. You got the regular season champion. We're going to have a treat tonight, though, because we get to talk to two other playoff drivers in the
four.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So, well done, Keith. Well done, brother.
The
We're gonna talk to you here.
full Polish victory lap from the number 40 of Keith Fallon. Let's see some
Go on,
smoke.
put that nose up right on that Charlotte.
There it is,
there.
baby. There's the smoke.
Hey, James, get out of the way.
Yep. He said, sorry, Keith. Burn it down, baby. Burn it down.
Yes, sir. Let her rip, Tater Chip.
A championship caliber burnout from the Side Draft Racing League champion. He's going to go until he blows that freaking motor. Still ripping it.
As he should.
As he should.
Finally brings it to a stop. All right, folks. It's time for your podium interviews to conclude this one. First on the list, your league owner, the number 23, Tyler Smith. Let's get him up here. Tyler, it's Andy and the boys.
What's up?
Go ahead,
That was a
Jared.
great
Sorry.
finish. You had third. Do I want to talk to you as a driver or a league owner here first? Because, man, what a race. It was awesome watching you constantly battle. But then also, I mean, you've got to be so freaking proud of this league and everything that they've accomplished through this first season.
Yeah, so as a driver, that sucks. Just bluntly, that sucks. If it stayed green, if we didn't have that late race caution, I genuinely think it was mine. I was about 3 laps short, but there was nobody that wasn't short. So I knew Fallon had to pit. I knew Mackey had to. Well, Mackey already pit at that point, but I was going for a splash and go. Even if they took tires, there wasn't enough laps in the end. There wasn't. I feel like I would have been in a good position. And then even if I, stayed out 3 or 4 more laps and got on the right side of the yellow, it would have been all right. But yeah, no, as a driver, that one stings a little bit. I ended up restarting the last restart like 7th on one set of old tires, one set of new tires, and I drove to 3rd. So yeah. I definitely had the speed. I felt fast enough. But I guess as a commissioner, league runner, whatever you want to call it, I'm actually very proud of the league. We just ran a 200 lap race at Charlotte, and it lasted less than 2 hours and 20 minutes. This was about 50 miles longer than our longest 1.5 mile race of the season, and it was probably shorter than half of them. So this is a pretty difficult track, and we kept it green for a lot of the race. But no, as a whole, shout out to Keith. I'm sure we'll talk in a minute, but shout out to Keith. He was up there all night. Prince was he found a way to the front. Mackey got the unlucky lucky dog. So yeah, he got the lucky dog that put him on the lead lap, and then the unlucky part of it put him EOL. So all the wave around cars passed him, and yeah, I feel for him. But yeah, all in all, I mean, I'm satisfied with the season, and yeah, I mean, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little a little dejecting.
It's pain, and the strategy was, it was right there, and that caution, I think, really threw a wrench in your plan. It really threw a wrench in Michael Prince's plan. That was 25 seconds ahead, and I think he pitted on lap 165, so he should have had enough fuel.
Yeah, he pit 1 lap. He was 1 lap better than I was, and I was 3 short. So with a massive lead, I do think he would have been able to. I'm assuming that's the route he would have went.
Yeah.
But I think the late race caution threw a wrench in everybody's plan, and it just ended up working for Fallon. So.
But yeah, so what we're going to end up doing after this interview, if you want to hang around and just mute or whatnot, but whenever we do end up pulling up Keith, if you want to be the one to kind of congratulate him and present him the trophy, I think that would be probably best.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can leave me in here. I'll just mute.
Bubba,
mute
Andy, you guys got any questions as Tyler as a driver?
No, I just want to say congratulations on a great season, Tyler. You fought really hard out there. You played the strategies pretty darn well. Just the fuel wasn't enough, and the late rate caution threw the wrench into it. And you had good speed out there tonight. You were racing Keith pretty hard early on in the race, and it was fun to watch. But that guy was on rails. He was going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, he was quick. One thing I took from the season, I got to get better at qualifying. I know. I forget who it is. One of y'all think I'm a sandbagger. No, I am. I am terrible.
Oh, no, that ain't me.
It's Bubba. Bubba says it all the time.
So if I'd stop having to pass 10, 15 cars in the first stage, I might be able to just run up front and kind of chill. But yeah.
Bubba, what do you got since you always call him the sandbagger? You got any questions?
I do not call him a sandbagger. I always reference to Jared calling you the sandbagger. But, dude, yeah, dude, you've been fast all year. You've been consistent all year. We've talked about that tonight. And to watch you do it again and run up there in the front, I mean, dude, can't ask for nothing, nothing bigger, nothing better. And I think the way the league is running, you've done a good job of that as well. And uh, congrats on both the first season going well and you performing well as well in the playoffs and then championship race. And yeah, brother,
Well, thank you.
get me in.
All right.
Just give me the cue when y'all want me to talk.
Oh yeah, I'll
just go mute.
introduce you. I'll introduce you whenever we get him up here. But next on the docket, we have the number 2 driver, the Intimidator himself, the one that took 4 tires at the end that we thought was going to be able to catch the 40 of Keith Fallon. Michael Prince, welcome to the broadcast. Congratulations on number 2. I know it wasn't number 1 like you wanted, but you came through adversity with a lot of damage and a lot of pits within the first 1 and 2 stages. How are you feeling after that?
That's how we thought it was going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Congrats to Keith, though.
So
Heck yeah.
we saw you take 4 at the end there. Keith was on older tires. Did we definitely, as a broadcasting crew, did not expect him to just turn into a bullet out of nowhere? We saw you
me
try
either.
to pass him, huh?
I said, oh, me either.
Yeah. So we saw you try to pass him with a lot of momentum with about 5 to go, and he shut it down and with a good block, and we saw you have to really break and kind of regroup yourself, and you were just never able to find that momentum again. I mean, what in the hell kind of special tires did they put on his car? Or I don't understand how you guys couldn't get to him, but
He's an excellent aero blocker. I mean, he knows his track. He probably put 15 hours in this track this week, but really just overheated my tires. It's on me. I ran the wrong lines to try to get by him because you only have a couple shots even if you have fresh tires. The tire temp's what really gets you here. So yeah, me just taking the wrong lines and him just executing everything he was supposed to is what got him to win.
Bubba,
Yeah,
what you
dude.
got?
I want to know, did you have enough gas before that last caution?
I was +1 and some change. I
Oh
could've
my
saved.
god.
Oh, brother.
It was like
I knew it.
1.8, 1.7, somewhere in
I
there.
knew it. The minute I saw that you pitted at 165, I said, I think you're the only one that's got enough gas to go all the way around. And caution.
Oh,
That's
that's tough.
Are you gonna go say what's up to the Norris trailer after this interview? Go say hi.
Nah, it's on me because, even if it could have been anybody that spins right there at the end, but I mean, I had 4 tires, to whatever he had. So there's no excuse on, I can't blame that on Norris.
Well, we seen you get contacted there in a couple of wrecks in stage 3. You fought your way back up. You fought your way to freaking get your damage taken care of through the cautions in stage 3. You did an excellent job of that. We've seen you work from the back before, and to put yourself in that position was mighty impressive, and even fast all season, brother. And we know it's heartbreaking and kind of disappointing right now, but what a showing, dude, all season. And we're proud of you.
Well, I appreciate
Not the
it.
result that we know you wanted, but watching it was fun, especially somebody new to iRacing and watching you guys, you, Tyler, Keith, and Chris Mackey turn laps all season. It's like, oh, buddy.
I do want to ask Keith where he can find a good teammate or where I can find a teammate like Miglin. Miglin probably rates everybody.
Oh, bro.
I'm just going to say it like a dick. Like, God. I seen him door bang Mackie. He door banged me.
So I referenced Miglin as a fly that you can't swat, and he just keeps bothering you. There were plenty of times that neither of you guys were competing for Fallon's spot at P1. You guys were like P4 and 5, and he's still over here.
Yes,
like
he goes and gets fresh
pester.
tires and goes and parks it in between me and Mackie. Then he parks it in front of Mackie, and I'm like, that's a good teammate right there. That's all
I
I'm
tell you
saying.
what.
But no, congrats to Keith. Thanks Tyler for putting the league on. It went pretty well. Excited for season 2.
It's going to be a good time. Well, like Bubba said, it was a great time watching you race. We went through the Beetlejuice times. We went through the Pocono times. We went through you winning multiple in a stretch of 4 races. You won 3 out of 4. It was a great time. I just want to say I love watching you race. Andy, what do you got?
I mean, it was a great season watching you, Michael. You definitely gave him everything that you had tonight. You had a lot of adversity to overcome with the damage, and if you watch the stream back, you'll see about every time you were on pit road, we were looking at you. We were voting for you to try and get her done, and it was tough at the end, like you said. Keith knew how to block the air, but it was nothing to hang your head down about. You had a great season, tough race, and you battled hard. So keep that head up high and go get them next year, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, Michael, this won't be the last one. I promise you we'll see you season 2 plenty of times.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys.
All right, Michael.
Later, brother.
All right, that was Michael in P2, one of the most winningest drivers in season 1. Next up, we have not only the regular season champ, we have also the actual champ through the playoffs in a car that nobody could seem to figure out how it was skyrocketing around this track as a freaking bullet, representing his dad's paint scheme, somebody that we've been a fan of all year, the old man himself, Keith Fallon.
Yeah.
Walk us through those last couple of laps from that restart, dude. We want to know the secret.
Yeah, we want to know how on old tires you were able to beat everybody else's strategy with their tires and just run away with it.
I mean, I had 2 right side fresh. I only had like 2 or 3 laps on my rights. It's experience at this track, honestly. Yeah, I've won 2 Coke 600s before. I've ran 3 of them. I got a lot of laps at this track. By far the most any track, but definitely got lucky at the end with that late caution. Staying out those first couple of cautions at the end of stage 3 kind of worried me, and then we had that really long green flag run, and that really worried me because I knew Prince and Smith and all of them were probably looking a lot better than me on fuel. I was just trying to run, my race and race the track and not try to race anybody else at that point. But yeah, the restart, that last restart, I got a good restart. I was really nervous about Prince being next to me because I know he's very good at restarts. So I think we were kind of playing a little bit of a cat and mouse game coming to the restart. But I was able to clear, and once I cleared them, I thought I had a pretty good chance since that caution cooled my tires down. I think Prince mentioned that, tire temp's big. Yeah. I did overdrive turn 1 when he kind of got a run on me, and I just had to like calm myself down and make sure I hit my marks, and I just started hitting my marks, and there's a little bit of extra grip on that painted stripe. So I was making sure my rights or my lefts got onto that painted stripe and get that extra grip. And honestly, that's probably where the speed came from. But I can't thank my team enough. Honestly, this has been the funnest season I've ever had in a racing league. And I think a lot of it has to do with my teammates and how well we kind of mesh together and how well we strategized together. We didn't put anyone above the team. And I think that's important, especially when it comes to a good race team. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you to the admins. The work they did. I know they're in the playoffs. I might have got a little heated a time or two, but overall, I mean, the admins are phenomenal. This is one of the best admin team I've ever seen in a race league, and I've been in a few and actually owned a race league too, so I put them above myself. thank y'all for the broadcast too. Y'all put on a very, very quality broadcast. Especially for your first year, I've been very impressed with y'all. And yeah, champion, I can't believe it.
So I've got one more question, and I'm going to hand you off to Bubba and then Andy, and then we're going to get you talking with the commissioner here.
All right.
So, so we referenced, um, you referenced your teammates Miglin, and I referred to him this race as the fly that you can't seem to swat. Man, what a showing from Miglin to be up there and just pester the other drivers legally and fun and not in any sort of ill intent, but just to constantly battle those other drivers and get you to stay where you were out front was one amazing to reattack you talking about how great your team has been and everything like that. Danny ran a hell of a race, so I'm gonna give him credit as well. Shout out Danny Miglin. But with that, when you decided at the last stop that you took, you only took your right tires. Were you, I don't know, getting deja vu of your Vegas race or Denny's Phoenix race through any of that? And you're like, I'm not taking 4 because I'm not losing this freaking spot. I'm not.
Well, I mean, the very first green flag pit stop we had, I took rights. I only took rights. And that was more or less, I wanted to see kind of how the rights handled the car and how the car drove with the rights on it. Because unfortunately, I didn't get as much practice as I would like normally, especially leading into a championship race because of hunting season. But but yeah, that first green flag stop, I took rights. I just wanted to see what the fall off was, how the car handled. It actually handled very, very well. I think it handled better than 4 fresh tires, if you want to know the truth. So I knew from then on out that I was basically just going to take rights on green flag stops. Yellows at the stage breaks, I took 4 tires, but I knew from then on out my strategy was just rights on green flag. And I mean, it worked. I got very lucky with that caution. So whoever, I don't even know who threw the caution or made the caution come out.
Austin Norris got loose.
I guess I owe Austin Norris a beer.
Yeah.
Because I really think they helped me win the championship. Prince probably would have won it, but yeah, it was just trying to see what worked and what didn't work, and having luck on my side. My dad always said, "You'd rather be lucky than skill any day of the week," and I'm a firm believer in that, and it shows today.
Brother, that's our motto at Horseshoe Racing. All right,
It is. Yes,
Bubba,
sir.
what do you got? Bubba, you got some questions for him, and then we're gonna go to Andy, and then we're gonna let the commissioner talk and present you your award.
I just need to get with you on the side and figure out how you use that vacuum cleaner, get all that fresh air, and be so fast out in the fresh air. Because I need to learn a lot from Keith Fallon for sure. But dude, I think you said it all. I think you've hit everything, captured this season well, brother. I just want to tell you congrats one last time, and give it over to Andy. See if he's got anything.
Appreciate that. And I want to give a big, quick shout out to my wife. Halfway through the race, my throat was god awful dry, and I already drank all the water bottle that I had. So I yelled at her. She come in, and I was like, "Hey, can I have a water bottle?" And she gave me a water bottle, and I spilled probably half the bottle on me trying to drink it during the green flag run. But I wouldn't be able to talk right now if it weren't for that water bottle. And she gave me, instead of a beer, she gave me Dr. McGillicuddy's apple pie liquor.
Woo!
And I probably drank about a quarter of that already. I'm pretty buzzed.
Hell yeah. Looks like you found the secret sauce. Hey, join the club, brother.
We know it wasn't a juice box.
Right.
Burning it down on a Monday for the champion here, Keith. Congratulations, buddy. You had a good battle early in the race with Tyler Smith. He gave you a pretty good run as you were trying to get towards the front in the early stages. Were you worried on that last restart, like seeing him starting to catch up through that traffic and he was having some good times? Were you worried about Tyler or Michael, or were you just pedal to the metal, run my line, and I'm going to be all right?
The only thing I was really worried about was just that restart. Like I said, Michael Prince, sorry. I'm a little buzzed. Michael Prince, he taught me a little bit on his restart, I think at Homestead, there towards the end, where he was able to keep up with me. So I was a little worried about that. My big thing was I wanted to clear him going into one. That was my big thing in that restart, and that was the main thing I was worried about. And then after that, like I said, I was just racing the track. That's the most important thing to me, was just hit my marks, race the track. If they catch me, then we'll figure it out from there. But, you know, I'm in the lead. Don't worry about people behind me, because as soon as you start worrying about that, that's when you make mistakes. So, and I made a mistake going into one, overdriving it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of just had to refocus my mind and just like hit my marks. God, I hope there wasn't a caution coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely a championship drive. You went out there, and once you got the lead, you sure as hell didn't want to give it up to anybody. You did a fantastic job putting on a clinic late in that race. So congratulations, crowning it a champion. We got Tyler Smith up here in the booth as well. Commissioner of the league wants to give some words to you as well, some congratulations. So we'll go ahead and kick it over to you, Tyler. Congrats, Keith.
Thank you.
What's up, Keith?
What's going on, Tyler?
So yeah, I mean, I wish I didn't race against you. I wish I wasn't I wish I was as happy as you are right now. But
Right.
besides that, not about me, it's about you. I talked to you at the end of the regular season after you took home the regular season championship, and here you are again. I mean, honestly, just congrats. It was honestly impressive. I know myself and a few others from a driver standpoint felt like you've been falling off and jumping through the standings a bit, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think you. I thought you were might have been the third best person before the race started, but very very early into the race, you let me know that I was wrong for doubting. Um, yeah, so I mean, honestly, just congrats. Next season, if it's you again by chance, I hope to have an actual trophy to be mailing you guys. But other than that, I just got some cash. I'll get that to you later. But yeah, congrats on a season. Thanks for all the admin shout outs. It's before me and Ryan teamed up to start this league, we we knew it was going to be work, but it is actually a lot more than people think. And
you are not wrong on that.
yeah. So I want to thank everybody, if y'all are still listening, everybody in the league. Y'all have made it fairly easy. And then just the normal shout out to the broadcast team. I can piggyback off of him for it being y'all's first year. It was pretty damn solid. So shout out to y'all for that. Shout out to y'all for, I mean, 100% race attendance is also good. I can also shout out to my wife. I had my race labs. Only half of my race labs was showing up on my screen mid race. So I also yelled at the wife, and on my other monitor I had her repositioning all of my layouts so I could see fuel, because I had no idea what my fuel mileage was, and I was
I know.
yeah,
The struggle
I was
is
kind
real.
of sweating. I didn't know what lap we were on. I was like, oh damn.
This
So-
sounds
Y'all
like
know
an
something.
unfair advantage, all right?
You want to know, you wanna know
Yeah.
something wild? You should have seen Andy freaking out before this race.
That was a race with no scoring tower, but we got it fixed. I did a lot of troubleshooting in about 5 minutes, and Bubba could tell you I was in panic mode, but we got it done and pulled it off tonight again. There's been a few miracles we pulled off this season, and that was another one, but it was fun to do it. So,
But yeah, overall, I mean, I obviously have things we're gonna take and learn and correct next season, but I feel like this was a pretty good season. Not upset with the ending. Obviously, I wish I would have won it, but I think the person that won it is deserving. Honestly, all four of us, whoever
Appreciate
won
that.
it, would have been deserving.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, you were fast tonight. I mean, I competed with you a little bit, but yeah, you were fast tonight. You earned it. But yeah, I mean, I'll get you your prize later. And I mean, congratulations, man.
All right, appreciate it. And take the top four, whoever finished top four, take out on my prize winning and pay for the next season.
Okay, I can do that.
Appreciate
Oh,
it.
that was of the top 4 playoff drivers or top 4 of this
Yeah.
race?
Top 4 playoff drivers.
You want to pay their
You're
entry, each entry
Yeah.
for next season?
Yeah, pay their
Heck
entry,
yeah,
including
dude.
mine.
a
Okay.
goddamn saint.
Gentleman and a
dude.
scholar right there.
Oh,
I tell you
It
what,
might
I
be
would,
the liquor talking too. I'm actually.
He'll regret it
Yeah.
tomorrow. He'll be like, "Hey, never
Jimmy will
mind."
ask
He
you
wants to
again
run it-
tomorrow.
he
We're gonna
wants
ask
to
him
run
again
it
tomorrow and be
back.
like, "Why is my winnings cut in half?"
I'm almost halfway through this bottle, so I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Well, I'll
you
tell you
earned
what,
it.
Keith. I know. There's one person that is not going to be freaking proud of you right now, or more proud of you than your dad rocking his paint scheme.
Yeah.
Is he watching it live, or you gonna watch it
I
back?
mean, he's kind of old. He might have went to sleep. I think he was going to try to stay up, but I mean, hell, it's almost midnight there, and
Oh,
he's an old man.
well, I tell you what, he's gonna love. He's gonna love to see what has transpired. You rocking his paint schemes all year. So, we've been rooting for you just for that reason alone, and him also telling you that you're terrible. It makes us laugh.
Right. He won't lie to me, that's for sure. But
Oh,
yeah, I do want to give a huge shout out to my dad. He's taught me a lot growing up about honestly just being a man in general, but also about racing. I remember, you know, as a kid, he was part of a crew for Skip Pinnell, where the driver that actually drove this paint scheme and he designed. I remember many Saturday nights just going to the track with him. That was probably one of my best memories as a child, is going to the track with my dad, sitting on top of the hauler, him giving me a headset and watching the races, and then also just the time I spent with him. I think one of my best memories of my dad that's always stuck with me is we were going home one day, and he had a car with a moonroof on it, and he had it opened up, and he got behind a semi, and he was explaining to me how the draft worked. And I can't remember how old I was. I think I was maybe 10 years old, probably even younger than that. But he would move up to the semi and pack air under the semi trailer, and you could see the semi trailer kind of start to sway. And he had my hand stick out of the moonroof, and he's like, "Can you feel the wind?" And he explained to me how the draft worked and how packing air under a car would actually lift the rear end of the car up. Um, I really can't thank him enough for that. I wish my mom could be here. She passed away a year ago, and I know she would probably love it too. And yeah, it's been a rough year. I lost my dog too, and that was a big distraction and stuff like that. But I really can't thank my whole family enough. My wife, who's put up with a lot, especially with this spending the money and the time she want to hang out, and I'm like, well, I need to practice, and she understood that, and really, probably the best wife a man could ask for. I love her, and my whole support system. They are all great, and all the hard work finally paid off winning this championship. It wasn't easy. Like I said, Michael Prince, Tyler Smith, Chris Mackey, they're all very, very good racers. I got nothing but good things to say about them. Thank y'all for a great season, and it was really fun racing y'all, especially this race. I think everybody raced everybody pretty much clean, even though a championship was on the line. I think that's important. I think that's something that this league can hold their head proud. And everybody who didn't win the championship, they can hold their head proud. It was a very clean race. It was a very hard race. And honestly, anybody in the top 4 could have won this race and wouldn't have been non-deserving.
yeah, I agree. And we have all much love of nothing to the Fallon family, and I know, your mom's looking down and all smiles, seeing what she raised, along with your dad. watching the race and everything like that. I know this is emotional. You won some money here, and it's a good time. And yeah, you got to give it off. You got to tip your hat to all of the drivers in this league. You could have had a whole bunch of terrible people, waste money and come in here and ruin this league. But I think we were very lucky with this league as well to be able to come in here and only have a couple of, bad apples in here. And for the most part, have like, an exceptional league where I think it was a lot of fun and everybody was competitive and you never knew what was going to happen on any given day. And it was a lot of fun. So congratulations, Keith. Enjoy your season 1 victory, regular season champ, actual champ. Killing it. Can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, oh yeah. One more thing. Steve Blevins still sucks. Password.
Practice
What?
session.
You don't like Steve Blevins?
Nah, Steve Blevins is a good dude. Me and him had a lot of laughs. I'm pretty sure it probably gave Tyler some little bit of gray hairs, as much crap talking as we've had this whole season, but it's all been good fun.
Real quick, guys, I gotta hop off here. My 2-year-old got a bloody nose, and we don't know how. Congrats, Keith.
Try air.
Thanks, guys. I'm dipping out.
All right.
Thank you, Tyler.
All right, Keith.
But,
Congratulations again, buddy. We'll get you on your way so you can go ahead and finish off that bottle and celebrate.
Lord, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish
I'll
off
go on
that
and let,
bottle,
yeah,
but
go and polish that one off. Do that for Chair Bear. I tell you what, go on and do that one for me, brother.
I got to work tomorrow.
Don't matter. Ain't stopping me.
But no, seriously, thank y'all for putting on the broadcast.
Yes, sir.
I was thoroughly impressed. It being y'all's first year. When I first heard that it was y'all's first year, I'm like, we'll see how it goes. But no, y'all killed it all season, and you only gotten better throughout each race. So really, really thank y'all for putting on the broadcast. Y'all are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Keith.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. We'll get you on your way.
Yep,
Season
we'll throw you
1
back down in general.
SDRL Champion. That was
Yes,
one
sir.
heck of an event, boys. We saw a lot of action out on the track tonight. We saw Keith Fallon go out and dominate. We saw, I think he was the only driver that didn't really have a hiccup in that race. Like Chris Mackey with that little bit of strategy mix-up in the stage 1. Tyler Smith, Michael Pritz against some contact with damage, hindering their races a little bit. But for Keith, it was
Should we
just
bring up
smooth
Chris?
sailing.
Should we bring up Chris?
I don't know. He might be sore.
better.
We could try and bring him up, see what he's got.
All right.
We could bring up Chris. Hear from the last
The
driver,
guy, like,
Chris Mackey.
So-
It's Andy and the boys.
Sorry.
We had to bring you up here for a minute just to talk to you. We knew you were in the championship 4, and Jarrett had some questions for you.
I just wanted to apologize that the broadcaster curse came back. The car was immaculate. I took all of the Hooters girls home with me. I apologize for that. They were lonely in victory lane, but we did want to congratulate you on making it to the championship. You had a great run. It was awesome. You were leading a lot of laps there. It just between the unlucky damage and restarts, you just were never able to kind of get back into that top 4 spot. You got anything for us, brother?
No, I mean, it is what it is. Races are gonna fall how the race is gonna fall, right? I shot myself in the foot by using that set of tires the first stage, like I told you guys on that interview. That
Yeah.
I knew it,
Oh,
man.
but I thought
knew
you
as
got
soon
you,
as-
you ran those. You ran the second, third stint pretty long, right? So you should have been hopefully.
Yeah, but it wouldn't. I was gonna be the set behind the horse. That final pit stop or the final caution with like 12 or 13 to go.
Yeah.
Everybody still had a set of tires. I didn't.
Uh,
So between me pitting a little earlier and then not having an extra set, I just shouldn't have took tires the first stage. That's really, I panicked, and I should have trusted the guys in the league a little more. I kind of thought me being in the back, I might get caught up in something since I'm got trapped a lap down and now I got to drive through the whole field. So I took that set of tires just trying to avoid chaos, and we didn't have any back there. So probably could have drove through the field on the old tires without burning a set anyways, because I firmly, in my heart, believe that out of the championship 4, I was probably one of the only ones that could have something for Keith on if we were on straight up same strategy.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I
Yeah.
would have beat him tonight. He was on rails, but
That dude is insane.
he was
Yeah.
he was on absolute rails. But I would have loved to still come home second or something, which I felt like is where I was gonna run. I mean, qualified top of the championship 4, led more laps than Prince and Tyler, fastest laps, all that stuff. But doesn't matter if you don't execute, right?
Yeah, that there's a point in the race there. I think you guys were all 1, 2, 3, 4, and I was like, man, if there was a caution right here and watch the top 4 shoot it out for the last 20 laps, I was like, that'd have been wild. And then that last caution came out, and because you were the lucky dog, you had to take the end of the longest line, dude. And
That's a crazy rule, isn't it? I mean, I'm not mad about it,
brother,
but you're a
yeah,
lucky dog and you have to go behind all the waiver on cars. But the lucky dog
yeah,
is like a better, I guess, like Tyler explained it. You get to
yeah,
pit, so that's your
yeah,
advantage. You get to pit, and the other guys don't. But I think I would trade the track position in these cars versus the pitting.
yeah, and that's
Yep.
what kind of killed it for you, I think.
But I don't want to be a Debbie Downer and all that, man. Congrats to Keith. Keith was hauling ass tonight. I mean, you can ask the guys in the chat. There was multiple times like I tried to undercut him, and he came out with a larger gap and drove away, and I was like, "What is going on?" It's like he had an extra gear, and he reached down and pulled it. So congrats to Keith.
insane.
He was a very deserving champion.
So, when we interviewed Michael Prince, I referred to Daniel Miglin as a fly that just keeps flying around you that you can't swat away. Would you agree on that statement?
I'm not gonna get dragged into that rabbit hole. I have no problems with Daniel. I think
No,
we
we
had
love
a little,
him. No, we said he's a great teammate. We said this in no ill intention. We said he is a great teammate, and he made damn sure that the favor was repaid from Texas when Keith blocked everybody. So Danny, granted, had a incredibly fast car at Texas, but as you know, as we know, having teammates around definitely helps. Not to say any ill intention on anything that Danny Miglin has done.
yeah.
What a hell of a teammate that he has, between them two.
Yeah. When you got 2 real fast guys like that, they can help each other out, and especially when they're controlling both lanes on the restart, man. That's a huge advantage, and they drove their way up there so they can get that advantage. So, Daniel was fast tonight. I think he raced us pretty clean. I mean, he had every right to race us harder than the other guys, and there was quite a few other guys that were racing us a lot harder than he did. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it was just we think it was just more of like he kept putting pressure on you guys, and that's in these
How about
races like this.
Bryce? Can we give Bryce a little love?
Yeah,
Bryce
we love
was
Bryce.
on
Quick,
it tonight.
dude. He was
Yeah.
moving.
There was multiple times where he was either, I think that when I had the lead and he was behind me, I was like, I can't shake him. I cannot pull away from him. And then the first run of the race, when we finally were getting settled in, I couldn't pull up to him. I was like, he found something too, man. So, big ups to Bryce. I don't know what happened. He DC'd from the race, but he was really quick tonight.
He had a juice cup in his cup holder in there.
All right.
It was either that or the parents turned the Wi-Fi off. I'm not sure what it was, but
I read the comments from the broadcast, man. It seems like you guys are really. I usually don't keep the broadcast up during the race just because I get in my head if I hear you say my name or I see myself or something. So I read the comments. Seems like you guys are really on it tonight. I know Andy was excited for this one, so I appreciate the great commentary that I'm about to go back and watch. And thank you guys for the
you're gonna
full
love
season.
it. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great.
I got excited a few times, lifted out of the seat.
Good deal. That's what we need. We need some excitement. So.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're excited for you. Did you hear Keith Fallon just covered your entry fee into season 2?
I did not. No, I did not know that. He covered my entry fee into side draft for season 2.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that was really nice of him. I appreciate that. I'll have to definitely reach out and thank him for that. He didn't have to do that.
He's putting
It may have been a little bit of some liquor kind of sprinkled in there. But
Hey, he's earned that right. He's earned it. He was in the general chat before his interview, and he said, "Hell, I'm gonna be drunk before I get up there." Good on Keith, man. He's earned it. What have we been going since July? I think this has been rolling since the end of July.
yeah,
I mean, 5
6
months
and a half,
later.
yeah,
He's,
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. He's been a long season, so he can drink up and have him a good night.
Yes, sir.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
He said, "I got work tomorrow." I said, "That never stopped me."
Did he take my Hooters girls?
No. The Hooters came home with me. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. I want you to know, Jerry Bear, I'm glad you're here tonight, because this whole week leading up to this race, I said I gotta pay homage to Jerry Bear with the back of this car. Because the amount of times you talked about Hooters this season, I was like, I gotta do something. And then my painter, B.A.C. Designs, Brandon Kelly, he was like, well, how about this? We're gonna throw the girls on there. And I was like, oh, he'll love that.
Oh yeah. So,
That was great.
unfortunately, like they were sitting down in Victory Lane, but
Hey,
they
take 'em home
they
with
didn't
them.
want to go with Keith. They wanted to come. They wanted to come hang out at the Jerry Bear Palace. But
There you
Michael
go. They
Prince is
know
here
who the
now.
real winner is. Say it,
Yeah,
Jerry
they know
Bear.
who the real winner is. It's the one that got drunk.
I want to pull a fucking Bailey.
Whoa.
Broadcast.
Whoa.
Michael Prince, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the
Hey,
actual
Michael,
booth. We are live, Michael
Michael.
Prince.
Did you hear that Keith just paid for your entry fee into season 2?
Oh, he paid for Michael's too.
He paid
Yeah.
for
No,
the
I
shit
probably-
for.
I
Live,
probably won't
Bailey.
even be able to do it.
No, Bailey, you got to go. Hold on, Bailey.
Yeah.
We'll bring you out here in a second.
I heard
You gotta
that.
go.
I put,
I got to put a lock on this channel.
I know. That's what I said. Anyways, yeah, Michael Prince. Everybody in the top 4. So Tyler, Prince, Mackey, and Fallon. He's paying for everybody's fee for season 2.
Heck
In the
yeah, good on
championship
Keith,
4.
man.
Yep.
if I'm able to come run season 2.
We are
Well,
live.
what the hell?
We are still live in the.
Yeah.
Well, at least I didn't get to talking about Bailey too bad then.
Yeah. But we're gonna end the stream here, and then everybody can go to general and bullshit all they want.
I'll say one last thing, and because I know we're getting in a few months, man. I said it every time I've had an interview up here. Tyler and Ryan, I mean, you gotta give huge props to them, man. The league that they put on. As a fellow league owner and someone who runs the league every week, I know the ins and outs and how hard it is. And Tyler and Ryan, man, have put on, I tell people all the time, one of the best leagues. And we were actually just discussing that down in the general chat. We were talking about how competitive this league is. We don't have just 1 or 2 guys that are going to come out every week and win every race. We got 6, 7, 8 different guys that are heavy hitters that can win, and that's props to Tyler. Tyler's a good league owner and good company to have, and people want to come race for a guy like that. So if anyone out there is listening and you want a next gen league to come run next season that you're going to get taken care of, your voice is going to be heard, it's going to be you're treated fairly, and it's going to be fast as hell guys that you can compete with and learn and get better with, and come join Side Draft Racing League.
And the broadcast is pretty good too.
And the broadcast is pretty good. Very good, actually.
One thing before y'all go, Mackie, Bailey just messaged me and said, play the sound clip.
No. Nope.
We're ending it. I don't even know what that sound clip is, but we're ending it.
We appreciate
literally just
everything you guys
embracing.
do, guys.
Thanks,
Yes,
guys.
sir. Thank you.
Real quick.
Yep.
My kid is okay. She tried to jump from one bed to the other, fell on the floor, busted her nose open. So
Oh no.
we at least
Dang.
know what happened, and the bleeding has stopped. So
Oh my god.
anybody that was slightly concerned.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
But y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Andy, Bubba, Jerry Bear. We appreciate
sir.
everything y'all did this year.
Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you guys.
Alrighty. Well, that was a way to go out of the season with a bang there. I'll tell you what, boys.
It's off live now.
What about the interviews we had up there, gentlemen? I mean, it was a great season from Side Draft Racing League all season long. We saw a lot of competitive battles on the track, multiple race winners. Michael Prince pulled a lot out of the hat. He had some great wins. Tyler Smith, 2 wins. Chris Mackey, 2 wins. A few guys in the Championship 4 battled hard and well. But at the end, Keith Fallon getting the 3rd win to crown himself as champion. won the first race, regular season champion, and is the league champion after the playoff. So hats off to Keith. Congratulations, buddy. And this is B.A.C. Casting and Drafting signing off from SDRL Season 1. Andy, Bubba, and Jer. It's been a lot of fun this year, so we hope to give you guys some more content in the future. Thanks everybody for tuning into the streams. Be sure to always like, subscribe, do all the fun things, and hopefully we're back for some more.
Yeah. It was fun. First season is broadcasting, boys.
Yes, sir. We're gonna call this one a night. Thanks everybody again for tuning in, sticking with us all season long. And with that, we're gonna take one more look. Keith Fallon's dad, paid homage to him. Great shot of his dad. And as you can see, the same paint scheme that he had on the ride tonight. He is your SDRL Season 1 champion. This is Andy, Bubba, and Jarrett signing off. We'll see ya.
See you.